Hey, what's up, guys? Peace and blessings. Welcome to my live real talk with your girl, Lady D. Yes, as you can see right here, I'm gonna go ahead and do a review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville season this season 6, episode 2. So I'm gonna wait till it come on. It's come on my time at exactly 7 o'clock Central, but I'm on here a little early because I want to go ahead and chat, guys. Talk about a little few things that had went on last week, which already had reported that the ratings were really low. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was. Let me see. Let me see if I can go ahead and make this screen a little bigger. Yeah, the ratings were very low. It was like 0.06, which, like I said, most of it probably was because, of the holiday. But I see right here, tonight, uh, this right here is season 1. Wait, let me see this. This season 6, episode 2, and I see the title that they have. You've got to chill. Now I don't know if this was a typo or bad grammar, but like I said, to say that these people are making so much money, and came up with a title like that. You've got to chill. So I guess this is going to go ahead and be Marcia and Tisha's night. So we're gonna go ahead and see how that is. But in the meantime, guys, I want to go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and say a prayer for Jamie Foxx. I see. I don't know if he's still in the hospital, but I was reading that he was in the hospital, so I don't know if he's still in there. And it only said, because of health problems. So they didn't verify of what it is, but they also has said that he was cut from several movies because of his health. But that's a lot. That is a lot. But for some reason, when I was seeing Jamie Foxx, it looked like he just didn't look the same. It just looked like, I don't know. It's just so weird, especially dealing with these people that's in Hollywood. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a review. This right here is episode 2. So we're gonna see if they're gonna go ahead and get the ratings because last week they didn't get it. But time will tell because that's pretty much of what everybody that I see is talking about right now is Love and Marriage in Huntsville. So we're gonna see how everything is gonna go ahead and fare out with that, guys. So it comes on at exactly 7 o'clock. So we're going to be right there. I'm going to go ahead and give you my review to see how, everything is going to go ahead and play out. But I see where on Tisha's Instagram, I saw where it was Tisha and a sister, not a sister, her cousin, they had on their boxing gloves. So I guess they're going to try to go ahead and box it out. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna actually bite. They're gonna actually box or maybe just putting on their gloves. I don't know how it's gonna go ahead and work out. But like I said, it's flesh and blood, and at the end of the day, you know they most likely will come together. But I definitely wouldn't trust her. No, indeed. Like I said, family members, especially close families as they are, no way in the world, she should have crossed that boundary. So we're going to see how all that's going to play out. But even if Tisha make up with her, forgive her, but just don't, let her back in because how it is. Once a snake, gonna always be a snake. So we're gonna see how everything is gonna go ahead and fare out with that. So it comes on in a few more minutes, and after that, we're gonna go ahead and we gonna go talk about it. So, guys, welcome to my live real talk with your girl. Make Lady D. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And you also gonna hear the television on because what I'm gonna do is as they come on, I'm gonna go ahead and just give you my review about it. Okay, but yeah, I had wanted to go ahead and talk about. I had was going to come on earlier, I think around about 3 o'clock, but I had someone, that was checking out my Wi-Fi because I've been having problems with that, with the glitch and all of that. But yeah, I saw on YouTube where Melody, she was, doing some interviews, and one really had caught my attention because this right here, this platform that she was on, it was a very small YouTube channel, but Melody was there, and the first thing that she had talked about is that, like, you know people are coming for Mel, and I was just baffled about that. It's not that people are coming for Mel, because I don't think that, especially when it comes to that show, that show is really not ratchet. Like I said, the only one that do the most, and that's Mel and Martell. And to say that people are always coming for Mel, I don't know what that's, I don't see it, I don't know anyone that does. If you do know, guys, just let me know, because like I said, they are the only ones that I know that, brings all that, bring all that drama. But let me see. I'm not going to go ahead and play the video. I'm going to go ahead and read some of the transcripts so you all can see what was said. But, if I don't like to be around people, hold on, guys. If I don't like being around people, then I'm going to stay my distance. I'm not going to come in their face, just because I need something. I'm going to go ahead and let that person go. That's how I would do it. If you don't like somebody, why would you be around that person? To me, that does not make no sense at all. So let me see if I can find the transcripts to see what some of the stuff, because soon in a minute when she Mel came on the show, I mean on her platform, it's like she came out and said, like, people is attacking Mel. But like I said, if you don't like it, then you're gonna have to find somewhere or be around people that you like, because I wouldn't be around people that I know that will make me sick. That's how I look at it. But yeah, I'm gonna read some of the transcripts. Let me see. Yeah, I think it was 17. Yeah, she had said that this blogger had said, when Mel was on her platform, she had came out and she said that everybody just targeting, for Mel. But I don't see where, where all that is coming from. And then let me see if I can go ahead and make some of the stuff out. Let me see, because it's not letting me stroll. Yeah, but I don't see where people is, targeting for Mel. Like I say, when they open it, when they had opened up last week, Mel was the one that went ahead and called them all. So I don't understand. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a little review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville, season 6, Episode 2. I'm trying to see if it's gonna let me stroll up. I was able to read all of it before without turning on the live. So let me see. Yeah, it's not letting me do it. Okay, it's letting me do it now. Yeah, let me see if I can make out some of this right here. Yeah, this blog has said everybody just targeting you, and I like, and like, why is that? What's up with all that? And you feel, and asking her how she feel about it. And I guess Mel was saying that people are coming for her, because I guess she the main piece. So pretty much that's what she was saying. But I don't think people really is coming for her. And also she had talked about how Martell had brought her some flowers, and it ended up in a garage, and she said that Martell, is still chasing after her. So I don't know if all that right there, like I say, is a part of a storyline, but if it is, guys, like I say, they can go ahead and, miss me with that, especially when it comes to season 6, and they've been doing that for almost like 5 or 6 years. I don't think that nobody wants to go ahead and keep digging up all these old bones and look like Martella is the one that went on with his life. He's with Sheree, so he brought someone on the show. And Mel said to Carlos King that, she was not going to bring who she have on the show. So what's going to happen? She's going to keep saying that Martell is running after her. So I think it's best for Mel to go ahead and just bring, whoever she got, bring it on the show, instead of them, acting like, they still want each other. And if they are, then I think they should just go ahead and just get together instead of just beating this dead horse. Because like I said, that is tiresome. So right here, like I say, guys, y'all going to hear the TV, but this is Martell talking to his mom, Miss Marlene, talking about the kids. But a lot of people are saying, why is Martell, talking to his mom? Well, if you cannot talk to his mom, then who else you can talk to, So I just hope that they can be able, just like Martell wanted, that they can be good co-parents, because at the end of the day, the only one that's really gonna be hurt the most, and that's the kids. So, and when Martell was telling Mel, to go ahead and pray over it, like I said, the way that they likes to edit a show, it had a lot of stuff that has most likely had transpired before, you know, they had just, played that scene right there. But that's the way that, that's the way that they edit. So yeah, guys, we got maybe about 40 more minutes, and after that, we're gonna be able to see what's going on with episode 2, which I think this right here are going to be Marcel and Letitia's night. I believe that it's going to be their night, which I wants to see. I wants to see Tisha, brought forth in the light. I want to see her. I want to see them focusing, not really focusing, but on their business. Like they had planned. With the comeback group. So I wants to see all that, which people are saying, "Oh my God, that's boring." Oh my God, if someone is, coming together and building up their community, and you see black businesses, why would you call that boring? Then that person got a problem. But I want to see. It's time for Letitia to come to the front. It's time for her to shine. So this most likely is going to be her night. But right here, guys, I'm watching. This is episode 1 of last week. They showing this new one, Stormy and her husband, where she had talked about, she wanted another baby, but like I said, they could have waited, not episode 1, maybe, during the middle, of the show, before they went ahead and add all this right here on, because especially when it comes to these reality shows, a lot of people, they are not, keen to win new people. I see my girl Queenie is in. How are you doing, Queenie? Oh, are you off today? Are you at work? Where are you today? Country girl Queenie. Happy Saturday. Yes, guys, I hope you all are enjoying your day to day. Had a great day today. Out here was very beautiful down here in the south, guys. So, how was your day today, Queenie? And also, guys, I'm doing a trivia night and movie night where I'm going to come on, and each time when I come on, I'm gonna give a question or maybe show you a small clip of a movie or reality show, and it's like five different categories. It's like religion. You can pick from religion, history, music, and entertainment, and history. So if you guys are interested in stuff like that, just let me know. In order for you to participate, I have to have at least 50 people that's a part of it. So if I just say drop a question right now, and if you answer that, you know, even though you're gonna win, but you're not gonna get the points until I have at least 50 people on. Yeah, Queenie said I am off this weekend. Praise God. Yes, indeed. Hope your day was beautiful, girl. Yep, I'm in here about to give this review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. See how all this going to go ahead and work out. So, guys, welcome to my life. Real talk with your girl, Lady D. Yes, indeed. Did you see that I have a trivia quiz, and also I'm having movie night? Did you see that on my community tab? Also, I had upload a video yesterday explaining some of the rules. Is easy, no strings attached to it at all. All I'm gonna do is just come on, and I have five different categories that I'm gonna go ahead and pick from each night. Uh, if you answer the questions, you go ahead and you get 10 points, and if you get to 100 points, then we gonna go ahead and do a tournament. And you can take your points that you have once you get 100, and you can redeem it. And if you win the tournament, then I'll go ahead and give a gift. Yes, yes, I'm looking forward for it. I've been wanting to do a fun night. It's just about having fun. But I had put it on the back burner, but I decided to go ahead and go on with it, which I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight or maybe tomorrow. But guys, welcome to my life, Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. What I'm gonna do is give you a review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville season 2, and we're gonna see how everything is gonna go ahead and turn out. I see where this is the Scott's night, because by the title it says "You Scott to chill." Now I don't know what it meant when it says "you," YOU apostrophe VE. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it was a typo or what. But yes, we're gonna go ahead and talk about all that right there. So this right here going to be, I guess, the Scots making it happen, showing them their skills, all the degrees that they have around their belt, putting Huntsville, on the map, or at least Love and Marriage in Huntsville, bringing it back to where it is supposed to be. Yes. So, guys, yep, I'm just waiting. I came on early because I wanted to make sure that everything goes good. Talk to you guys. Yep. So, Queenie, thank you for always supporting me, always having my back. Thank you very much. Like I said, I don't take, that for granted at all, because being a blogger, trust me, it is not easy at all. But you can't please everybody. So I'm just waiting. So if you hear the TV on, guys, it's just me giving my review. So, Queenie, did you watch last week episode of Love and Marriage in Huntsville? Because last week they didn't get the ratings that they thought that they was going to go ahead and get. It was like 0.06 which I think it was maybe because of the holidays or how they started off, which I think that they should have started off with Sheree and Martell. I don't think that they should have opened up with Kimmy and Melody. I don't think that they should have done that. So right now, guys, this is what I'm watching. I'm watching last week re- reruns of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. This right here, what, excuse me, is episode 1. I'm watching right now where Melody, she's in her living room with the kids. I guess they having a little picnic in the living room. So I just hope that this right here don't be another season of Melanie and Martell going back and forth. I want to see them move on. I want to see them get on with their life, date other people. If they decide to go ahead and get together, that's a plus. But if they got to constantly, annoy each other, then I think that they should go their separate ways because it's like beating a dead horse. Country girl said, "I don't watch it." Oh my God! Well, thank you for supporting me, country girl. She said, "I don't watch it." Tell me what shows do you like, or what topics or anything that you like to talk about. Let me know what you like to talk about, so I can make sure that I give you what you want. So I know you don't like the reality shows, which, as you can see right now, I really don't like it either. That's why I only can do one at a time. I could not blog about all these different reality shows. So let me know which ones you like. Oh, tell me what you like, so I can go ahead and we can talk. Make sure that we on one accord. Let me know what you like. What do you like talking about when you come on? What do you like to watch? So this right here, guys, this is a rerun that I'm watching of Love and Marriage in Huntsville. I'm still confused of Melody and Tisha, relationship, when Melody went ahead and called Tisha and invited her to Kimmy's party. Now maybe Tisha, she felt like, it was about Kimmy, so that's why, she didn't make a big stink about it and just went ahead and accept the invitation. And also Stormy was saying the same thing, that she was shocked to get a call from Melody because Melody haven't talked to him since the reunion. And I saw Melody on one of these bloggers platform where she was saying, after the show, she likes to go ahead and, just separate herself from, I guess, all of her cast members, which I do understand. People, they need to be recharged, especially when it's a lot going on. And that's why I said, I think that they should have waited before they come, before they came back on, because I think they came on, back, too fast. And maybe that's why, the episode 1 was not that strong, because like they say, the first impression is always the last impression. But Queenie, let me know what you like to talk about, because I know you don't watch these reality shows. So just let me know what you like talking about, and we can go ahead and see if we can work something out, because you always support me, and I want to go ahead and make sure that I give my girl what she wants. So now I'm watching right now. This is last week episode where Martell had said that he wanted Melody to go ahead and pray about some situations. I guess pray about them coming together, be a co-parent, which I don't find no problem with that. I don't find a big deal, and I don't think that just because he wants to have Melody, in the children's life where to be co-parents, that does not mean that he wants to get back with Melody. So I don't know if they just trying to go ahead and use that as a storyline. But like I say, it's like beating up a dead horse. No, I want to know what you like. What do you like? What do you like talking about? Religion, history, politics. Just let me know what you like talking about, because like I say, I'm not too big on television myself. And if I do blog about these reality shows, I'm just going to go ahead and stick to one, just like I used to do Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't just go to different shows and do different reviews, which I might go ahead and do Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know. But this right here, it drains you. So just let me know what you like, Queenie. So right now, guys, I'm watching Stormy and her mom. I think her mom name is Bessie, which I think all that right there, it should have stayed on the cutting room floor. And the reason why is because I don't think that Stormy mom should have, even brought Melanie's name up, which Stormy said, she have no control of what her mom do, especially when it comes to social media. And I also talked about that. I say a lot of drama, a lot of stuff that goes on, it's not on that show, it's on social media. And I think whatever is on social media, they shouldn't drag it on the show. It should stay on social media. That's how I look at it. Just like with all the stuff that had happened with Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda went on Miss Dr. Heavenly platform and she brought the stuff out, but it should have stayed, on social media. It shouldn't have never made it to that show. And I think that what Carlos King should do, Carlos King should tell them, they need to stay off of social media some. That's what I think he should do because most of all the stuff comes from social media. So, guys, we have 30, maybe about 27 more minutes, and the show gonna start. So, if you hear a television in the background, that's intentionally. So, don't I'm doing it intentionally, so I can go ahead and let you guys know exactly what's going on. And this is a lot of work. So, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Queenie said, "It's whatever for me, girl." But you don't like the reality shows. Queenie says, "The whatever for me." Girls, well, just thank you for being a part of my life, girl. Thank you. Which I like coming live because this right here is uncut, unedited. I done got used to this right here. So yeah, I'm fixing up my little studio. I'm ordering some stuff to go ahead and, do my background and see how, it's gonna come out. Get my little stuff together. So I don't have to use that green screen. So, guys, if you're just coming on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give a review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville, season 6, episode 2. We're gonna go ahead and talk about it. The title is "You've Got to Chill." I don't know what it means, but that's exactly what the title is. Okay, so most likely it's gonna be about Tisha and Marcel, which I'm ready to see them. I want to see Tisha. I want to see her come out, come out of her box. Country Girl says, I just like hearing people commentary on the reality show. Okay. Okay. I might do Real Housewives of Atlanta because I see a lot of OGs have came back. I wish Nene, would have been back because, you know, like I said, I like the OGs, but I see that Kim Zolciak, Lisa Woe, and Deshaun White, which Deshaun White was my favorite, but she was too peaceful for that show. They trying to get Portia back, but I don't think that Portia she can handle Kenya Moore because Kenya Moore is sitting on ready to sit there and bring up all the stuff that had happened with Portia and her new husband Simon. How she pretty much went into this woman's house, and took her husband. That's the way it looked like to everybody. So, guys, right now they are showing Stormy big old house, her huge mansion, which I don't think that Stormy. I think that they should have just had her as a friend of the show. I don't. To me, Stormy just don't bring it. Oh, Queenie say I might watch it. So, guys, I also do trivia night and movie night. I'm gonna be running it just about every night. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. If I get 50 people on, I'm gonna go ahead and give like points and stuff like that. Once you get 100 points, we go ahead and redeem it. You go into the tournament. If you win, you might get a tablet or whatever the cash value is. So make sure you go ahead and participate. I might come on tomorrow around about 2 or 3 o'clock and see if I can play the game. And it's all about fun, guys. If I get like 50 people on here tonight, I can go ahead and start playing. And Saturday we can go into our whatever day that we pick. Most likely it's going to be a weekend where we can go into the tournament. Well, if you're gonna watch it, girl, you better make sure that you have your prayer cloth and your holy water because these people, trust me, they can drain the heck out of you. Just stopping by to show love and support. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much, Queenie. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for always coming on and supporting me. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, what I'm gonna do is do a review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville to see how this episode 2, is going to go ahead and play out because last week the ratings were very, very low, 0.06. That is real low. I don't know if it was, like I said, because of the holidays. And the television will be kind of loud, guys, because I want to make sure that I be able to translate everything to you guys exactly the way that I see it. And I understand what Stormy mom is talking about. She's not going to let no one drag her daughter. But you got to realize that Stormy is a grown woman. Stormy is not a child. Stormy could handle herself. So I think that she should have just went ahead and left it alone. Now I don't know if Stormy mom is trying to be the next Miss Wanda, but like I said, once they made Miss Wanda, they didn't make nobody else. They dropped the mold. So I hope she don't try to pick up where Miss Wanda had left off because Miss Wanda, whether you guys like it or not, Miss Wanda is very entertaining. Very entertaining. She will bring it, okay? So we don't need to see another mother come on, and try to, create a grown person. But we definitely would like Miss Wanda back. Definitely would like her back. So guys, we got about maybe 40 more minutes and then the show will begin. If you're just coming on, what I'm gonna do is give a review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville, season 1, episode 2. And like I said, when it came to Stormy, I don't know. I just, I don't know. I'm not used to her. Now, it was said that Destiny won't be back, but I don't think so. I think Destiny will be back because I went on Destiny Instagram page and I see she still, have Love and Marriage in Huntsville as a profile, and I believe that if she would have gotten fired, she would have went ahead and deleted all that. So I don't know if they just trying to see how the show is going to pan out before they go ahead and add her in. I don't know, but definitely she plays a major part of this season right here because of how they went ahead and cut all the stuff that she was saying at the reunion. So it left us, wondering what was Destiny talking about when Destiny said that she knows where the bodies are, and when she said if she have to get rid of Martell, then she's gonna have to get rid of Melody. So I just hope now, with all this stuff that Destiny is putting out, that they go and get rid of her, because if they do, it's gonna make us think, the ones that watch the show, why did they get rid of Destiny? What was they afraid that she was going to go ahead and say? Because we already know that Melody already came on the platform and say that she the main character, which, like I said, they all play a role on that show. But you know how it is, guys. So we're gonna see how everything is going to play, guys. I hope it be better than what it was last week, because I really didn't like last week episode. Definitely not at all. I don't like the way they open it up. I don't like how they handle it, because I don't believe that Melanie should have called the ones that she's not even speaking to, especially Tisha, when she went after Tisha's marriage. You're going to dig up someone saying that they was messing with my husband. Then, not only that, you're going to grab my first cousin and have her to talk about my marriage. So, in order for Melanie to even call my home, we're going to go ahead and squash all this stuff and talk about all the stuff that is going on. So guys, let me know what you think about it. I do not believe, that Melody should have called the ones that she have no she says she don't even want to be around. So why would she call them? So guys, let me know what's going on. Let me know what you think about it. Because I cannot take another season. I'm serious, guys. If they have another season of Melody and Martell going back and forth with each other, I cannot watch it again. I'm done. I am done. I cannot watch it again because, like I said, it's like beating a dead horse. It's time for them to go ahead and move on. And by the trailer, what we saw, we saw that they're going to get back in business where they're going to make it happen in Huntsville. So I hope that is what we pull from it, instead of, pulling, all that drama and all that negativity out. So when we, talk about it, I hope it's something that, we could talk about they doing different than all the other 5 seasons. And I've been reading a lot of comments where someone has said that the ratings were low because the show hit a new low. They put Mel on a mountain like like she's a bomb and turning her nose up at everyone. People tired of her and people tired of the show always trying to bring Martell down. People looking for positive things and get real. So I guess they say get rid of Mel, leave the show. If like I said, if Mel does not like her cast, which I don't understand that part. Mel saying that everybody is coming from for her, she's the target, but she also the executive producer. Mel is also the executive producer. So why, if you wearing that boss hat, why you got people on that show that you don't even get along with? Everybody is coming for you. Come on, guys, make it make sense. If I am the executive producer of this show, I'm not going to have people on that is trying to bring me down, people that, really sucking the life out of me. That does not make no sense. That's why I sit there and say, guys, these people only show you just a snippet, just a small snippet of their life. Some of this stuff right here is only for entertainment purpose only. It's just a reality show. So right now they showing Kimmy, but this right here is all reruns from last week. So this is Kimmy and Maurice at Kimmy's little party that she having because she's celebrating because she's cancer free. So Maurice says it's not a party; it's just a get together. But the thing about it is a get together with people that's hating each other. And like I said, I want to see them all win. I want to see them all be able to, put, their business up front instead of all that drama. So I want to see them all make it. And most of the stuff that's happening is the fans and it's the bloggers that's stirring the pot because half of the stuff that they are talking about, I don't be seeing it on the I don't see it on the show. So I see Martell came in with flowers, but most likely those flowers probably was for Kimmy because why would he come to that party and bring flowers for Melody? So yes, those flowers are for Kimmy. And I see that Tiffany and her husband they are back, but I don't think that they would have came back if she wouldn't have gotten pregnant and had that baby. I think they would have most likely had cut her out. So now, guys, that's Letitia and Marcel is coming in. So we're gonna see how everything is gonna work out tonight, guys. See if this gonna be another snooze fest, or they gonna go ahead and hit it out the park. Which, like I said, I think the ratings were so low because it was the holiday. Everybody was with their family and their friends. Nobody was checking for this right here. But the thing that I don't understand, this right here is Kimmy's party or get together. Why Destiny wasn't there? But I don't think that Destiny and Kimmy got along because of how they was acting, at the reunion. Thank you, Flora. Flora said, I agree with Lady D. Thank you. Thank you for joining my live. So, guys, I would carry them up, but I was having problems with my Wi-Fi, but I shouldn't have problems anymore because the guy came in and put it close to me. But I'm not in my little studio. I'm in my room. So I hope you guys can hear me real good. Thank you very much. So, guys, if you're just coming in, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and do a review of Love and Marriage in Huntsville, Season 6, Episode 2. You're Scots to Chill. Now, what that means, guys, if you know exactly what they meant by that title, please let me know. It's just like, to me, somebody's just throwed it together. I don't know. So, guys, make sure you, like I said there and say, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos because it's not going to be easy giving a review and watching it at the same time. Okay, even though I'm multitask, but hey. So right now, guys, is a commercial. This is a rerun from last week episode. We have at least about maybe 8 more minutes before showtime. So this right here, this should be Letitia and Marcel's night. So we're gonna see if they're gonna go ahead and hit it out the park because it's their time. It's their time to see to shine. Because we sick and tired of all the other foolishness that was going on. And if you guys hear the TV will be on. I will turn it up even louder so I can make sure I hear exactly what they are saying. And it, so we're gonna see. Maybe like I said, it was just because of the holidays. Because the trailer is very good. I really, like the trailer. Which they're gonna always have that super tease. And I don't think nothing was wrong with Martell wanting Melody, to pray for the family. Melody always talks about how God is on her side, how she got God. So I don't think that it would have hurt. It's not like he was trying to get back together. So right here they showing last week episode of Kimmy, talking about the reason why she got all of her friends and family together because, of her cancer scared and how, she's cancer free. I know that was a scare, man. That was a scare right there. Yeah, I'm glad that she cancer free. Which she says she still have the surgery. Yep, it is.
I can see it. I can see that. I can see that.
Hmm. Okay, guys, we got 3 more minutes before it come on. So all this right here is a rerun of last week episode, and you can see that they all uncomfortable. You could see all that. Now, Stormy and Melody, they're about to have a little talk about how Melody went ahead and blocked them all from her number. And to me, that was like a slap in the face when Melody had told Stormy, you could have DM'd me. So if you telling me that I should have went ahead and DM you, that mean, look, I didn't want to be bothered with you. So like I said, I do not like fair weather friends. You're not going to uh put me on a shelf when you feel like you don't want to be bothered with me, and when you feel like you want to be bothered with me, then you want to come in my face. Oh no, it's not going to work like that. Like I said, maybe the reason why these ratings are not so high because these people really, they don't gel together, they don't get along. And if you get someone to be a part of that cast, or you do a favor for someone, you don't throw it in their face. You don't say, I did this, I did that, because that's not for you to acknowledge what you did. We know that you did it, but you don't have to toot your horn. If you do something for someone, let them acknowledge it. And if they does not acknowledge that, oh well, if I did it from my heart. And my reward is gonna come from God. But if I got to tell a person what I'd have done for you, or if I give you money and toot my horn and broadcast it, then you don't get a reward for that. And like I said, just because a person look blessed, that does not mean that it comes from on high. So now, right now, guys, I don't. They're just showing some little trailers of them going back and with each other. Which, like I said there and say, I am getting so tired of seeing grown people fighting with each other. Okay, guys, it is on. So it is on right now. What they opened up with last week of Melody and Kimmy talking about planning a party. So they're just showing some little reruns of what had happened last week. Melanie is calling Martell, inviting him to Kimmy's party or get together. Which I still don't understand. Why would Melanie go ahead and volunteer to go ahead and call them, knowing that she really don't care for these people. Because Destiny said, even Stormy said she haven't talked to these people in months. So all they doing right now, guys, they only showing just some old reviews of what had happened last week. Okay, guys, it is on. Love and Marriage in Huntsville, season 6, episode 2. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Okay, guys, it's opening up right now with Melody and Stormy, talking about, I guess how they haven't kept in touch with each other. Like, I know how you are. I know you do your disconnect. I'm kind of similar. I can kind of disconnect too. And Destiny, I can't even think what her name is. Storm is talking about, how Melody, she disconnect herself, after filming with them, but Stormy says she does the same thing. So very much weird. This is everything. Well, let me let my friend know. I'm gonna check out for a minute. And Destiny is right. Not Destiny. Let me make sure I write her name down. Stormy. Stormy is right. She was saying, if you're gonna go ahead and check out, just make sure you let your friends know that you're gonna go ahead and check out, because, like I said, coming from all this stressful, on this show and all the stuff that you are going through, I would check out too. I would need a vacation as well. But Stormy just sitting there saying, if you're going to go ahead and check out, just go ahead and let me know. But you said you already knew that about me. I didn't. I knew that. So Melanie had told Stormy, you already knew that about me. But Stormy said, no, I did not. Do that. Yeah, done it. Mm-hmm. I didn't know you did that with me. So Stormy sat there and she said, I know that you have done it to, I guess her other cast members, but I didn't think that you was going to go ahead and do it to me. I wonder if you want to be big on communication. I'll be like, hey, listen, this is what I mean. Ain't nothing with it. So all Stormy is saying, I want to make sure that you and I, we communicate, this is where it's at, which I do understand. If I am your friend, you don't just go cold turkey on me. Let me know, what's up? Did I do you anything? Did I say anything about you? I want to know what's going on. So like I say, that is being fair. Did you think so? I did, but our rooms are right beside each other. That's my very first reunion. So Destiny is talking about, not Destiny, let me make sure I write it down. Kimmy. Hold on one second, guys. Make sure I get this right. So Stormy was saying, I guess she's talking about the dressing room of the reunion. It was right on the side of each other. So that's what Stormy is looking at. When we was at the reunion, we was right on the side of each other. And, Melanie didn't say anything to her. So what that's trying to tell you, Melanie didn't want to be above you. Because of I'm friends with someone and they don't talk to me for months, and now that we are coming together and your dressing room is right there on the side of mine, and we're not saying to each other, then that means that Melanie didn't want to be bothered with you. So what kind of friend is gonna go and lick up another person? If they give me dust, I'm gonna go ahead and give them dust. To each other. When I got there, I didn't know your role was next to mine. So when I did see you, that's when I was like, you look so pretty. So what Melody said to Stormy is that she didn't know that Stormy's dressing room was next to hers. But when she did see Stormy, she had told Stormy, oh, you look so pretty. So she did compliment her. You've been there for like 10 hours. But that's what I'm saying. So Stormy was saying that, look, we was in there for 10 hours. We was in there for 10 hours and you didn't come and talk to me.
I told you, I was like, yo, what's up? You was like, what talk?
And so Stormy was saying, I went to you and I say, what's up? And Melanie had said that, told Stormy that we're gonna go ahead and talk. So I guess right there that had threw Stormy off.
It's been like 2 months. Did it ever occur to you to be like, Melon changed her number, like, what's going on? Because when I text her,
So Melanie is telling Stormy, have you ever thought Melody has changed her number? So uh, one would think, what's going on. So like I said, Melody didn't want to be bothered with you.
so you didn't try to call or text after that. I did. It's weird that you didn't DM me because I got tons of DMs.
So Melanie is telling Stormy, you didn't try to DM me. And Melanie sat there and said she didn't see it because she got tons of DMs. So I guess she checked every last one of them, but she did not see Stormy.
Oh, yeah, all the time. No, that's not weird that you DM me all the, but you don't have my number. Exactly. My real friends definitely respect my boundaries and understand when I need alone time.
So Melanie, she is talking, in the just saying, that her real friends, they know when she need her long time. That's in her, in her confession.
So I definitely didn't expect this from Stormy. One of the things that we
So I guess they finished talking about it. So Melanie had said that, she didn't expect that from Stormy. So Melanie pretty much didn't see anything wrong with her, having distance, which I do understand. Melanie got a lot on her plate. She got her kids, she got several businesses and going through a lot of other stuff. So I do understand that, sometimes you need your long time.
the laugh and joke about when we first started kicking it was not being super needy when it comes to that because we have so many things going on. Right.
So Melanie is talking about, I guess Stormy, and her friends, she don't want people like being super needy, I guess, in her life, So that's trying to tell you that she wants to be fair with her friends. Logical Speak say, hey, Lady D, I am not watching this season and will appreciate your review. Thank you for coming on, Logical. Yeah, it is a mess. So we're gonna see how it's gonna play out. If it just continue with this Martell and Melody drama, I am done as well.
For me, my space is tight. Is it like
So Melanie is still talking to Stormy, that they are sitting down now. Melanie is saying that her space is tight. So if someone tell you right now that their space is tight, then why are you licking her up? No, in the world, in real life, guys, if your so-called friend, you and her get together and she's saying that her space is tight and she's not contacting you, you guys not communicating, what that's trying to tell you, she don't want to be bothered with you. Okay.
trust issue? Trust is key. This trust is a lot.
So Stormy is saying, what, you have trust issues? So Stormy pretty much seeing to me about, maybe because she befriend Destiny and all the rest of the cast, and we already know how they say Melody is. Like, Melody is pretty much territorial. Like, if you're not if I'm not friends with someone, then you're not going to be friends with them either. So she's sort of like Nene Leaks. Nene Leaks on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's like that too, where, if you're gonna be my friend, you're gonna be my friend. If I'm mad with someone, then you're gonna be mad with that person as well. To me, that's childish. That's really childish.
So if somebody don't have your number, you don't trust them. No, I'm just saying it's not just. I said trust is a lot of it, but it's also me protecting myself. My number been changed for a minute. What's going on?
So Melanie is saying that her number been changed for a minute. So Melanie and Stormy is still talking about the same thing over. Okay, get over it, girl. The woman don't want to be bothered with you. Logical Speak said, yes, it's a mess. I think Melanie likes to be chased. I am not for it. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And no way in the world that this will happen in real life. I want to know why is Stormy chasing after Melody? Stormy got so much stuff that is going for her in her real life. She have a multi-million-dollar business. She has a beautiful home. She has a beautiful family. Why are you chasing someone that does not wants to be bothered with you? Come on, guys, make it make sense.
People doing stuff and me figuring it out.
So what's Melanie is telling Stormy, people was doing stuff, I guess, talking about her, and she's figuring it out. And we already know how that plays out. Melanie always think that someone is talking about her, just like when Tisha and Destiny was in Vegas. Melanie thought that they was talking about her, steady confronting that person right there, because you don't wait until everything hit the fan, and then you're going to decide, oh, okay, this person was talking about me.
Let's talk about it. The live tweeting. Mel went live after one of the show aired. She tweeted that someone secretly recorded her, talking about Martell.
So Stormy she want to talk about when Melanie had went on, I guess on Instagram, talking about, people was talking about her, and I guess Martell.
I don't have any feelings pertaining to who Martell dating.
So they're talking about when, I guess, Melanie had went on her Instagram and talked about Martell, who he's dating. So I guess Melanie most likely was upset behind that. And that's what I was saying, guys. A lot of this stuff right here, it does not happen on the show. It's happening on social media. So like I said, what's on social media should stay on social media. That's just like what happened in Vegas should stay in Vegas. So if it does not happen on that show, then they should go ahead and nip it in the bud. So Melanie is upset because of some stuff that had happened on social media. Oh my God. Logical Speak say, do you think the whole show is fake and script? I believe it, because this is not real life situation. This mess would never go down in real life. Absolutely. It would never go down in real life. Absolutely. So they're showing, I guess, a little playback of whatever had happened, of Melody, talking about, uh, she's upset with some of her, I guess, her friends, her castmates, or whatever you want to call them, because of Martell was dating somebody. Why would Melody even care? Tell me, why would Melody even care? If you have moved on, why would you worry about who Martell is dating? Come on, guys, make it make sense.
No, why would I? Sometimes people feel like this is my first time seeing him with another woman.
So they just showing, I guess, I didn't never saw this part right here. This is my girl Destiny, and one of the guys, he's the biller, the one that Melanie went into their house and threw glasses. He's there, and Martell, they all hearing on the telephone, I guess, of what Melody, is putting out on Instagram. So that's what they listening to right now. Now, Destiny not on the show right now, but they're just showing, I guess, a little clip or whatever of them listening to the conversation of Melody venting on social media, talking about Martell.
There were pictures released of him and another woman when I was married to him. And immediately I started getting like notifications where people were saying that, oh, Stormy secret recorded mail. She can't.
So Stormy is talking about right now is that people were saying that she was secretly recording mail. So I guess that's where all the beef and the animosity is coming from, because Melody most likely had thought that Stormy was recording their conversation.
He trusted. she was in her house, etc. I didn't even understand how Mel even thinks that was secret recording.
So Stormy was saying she don't even understand why would Mel even think that.
Because it was literally the same thing that she regurgitated in countless YouTube videos and interviews.
So Stormy is right. Stormy is saying that Mel went on YouTube. She went on, I guess, other social media outlet, and she talked about it. See, Mel say some things, and she don't realize that it's she the one putting out her own information. All this stuff that is happening in Mel's life is because Melanie put it out, just like with her marriage. No one put your marriage on out there in the public. You did. So all the stuff that had happened of this conversation that they are talking about, Melanie is upset with Stormy, but Melanie one put it out. Stormy says she had nothing to do with that. Melanie was the one that went on social media and put it out.
She went on a YouTube press tour.
So what Stormy is saying right now, that Melanie is the one that went on a YouTube press tour putting out the information, just like she on these bloggers page right now. She's on their channel giving interviews, talking about how she to move on, but yet everybody is bothering her, everybody is at her. So I understand what Stormy is saying. Stormy is saying you went on a press tour talking about Martell is dating somebody else. Like I said, come on, guys, make it make sense. If Melanie had moved on with her life, why is she worrying about who's Martell is dating? Tell me why. So, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Because, like I said, guys, this is not easy.
Now I got people talking, oh, Stormy came into Mel's house, she was a snake. I'm like,
so now Stormy is saying that she got people coming from her saying you putting out Mel information, you being a snake. So Stormy wants to know what's going on. Because Stormy says she don't do no crap like that. She don't roll like that.
When I ain't putting that out there, like they type of energy out there.
She says she's not putting that out at all. She wouldn't put that type of energy out.
So many interviews, like, that makes sense.
She's saying people are coming after her, on so many different interviews, coming attacking her. She say all this stuff don't make no sense because that's Mel. Mel is the one with these insane millimeters or whatever they call themselves. They are the ones that stirring the pot. Nobody is checking for Mel. Nobody is sitting there putting their mouth on Mel. It's Mel the one putting it out and then becoming a victim. That's pretty much what it is. And like I said, guys, in here is real talk. I'm going to call it as it is, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm watching the show as they talk, okay?
When it comes to this game, I've been in it for a while now.
So Melanie talking about, when it comes to this game, she's been in it for a while. Well, if you've been in it for a while, Melanie, you still talking about the same stuff over and over. You still bringing this like an old dirty dish rag. So if you've been in the game for so long, then you should be able to handle all these fiery dots that's coming your way. But nobody is checking for Mel. Mel is the one is putting this stuff out, going on social media, letting these feet, throwing these people these bones, and these fans and these bloggers are the ones that's running with that mess.
People always running with stuff. Don't let it get to you.
So Melanie is saying people always running with stuff, but don't let it get to her. But if you sitting there accusing me of something and these fans are attacking my business, going on my business page and giving me bad reviews, so I supposed to just go ahead and just shake it off? Come on, guys, make it make sense. Logical Street say, yes, the fan says Martell is crazy, okay? He is not alone. She put the mess out here And then mess. She said all this mess on live herself. Martell is not the only crazy one in the mess. No, Mel is coming across as a narcissist. I'm not going to sit there and tell you a lie. And like I say, guys, this is for entertainment purpose only. I only can call it as I see it. But what I see is Mel is coming across as a narcissist. It's like she's throwing the rock and she's hiding her hands. And everybody is saying that Mel is a victim. A victim of what? Like I say, whatever you put out there in the atmosphere, it's going to come back at you.
I don't really get to me, but at the end of the day, if I got facts, I'm like, no, I'm gonna speak on that. Because I also know, like in life, if you don't shut people down when they try to meet you with it, they try to run with that, and then when they run with it, it cannot be true.
And that's all Storm is saying. Storm is sitting there and saying, even though it might not be true, but it's just that people gonna run with it. And as you can see right there, they ran with it because everybody was talking about Stormy. Stormy is a snake. So I understand. I understand what Stormy is talking about. And I guess you guys too, if you guys wouldn't be all, caught up in Mel. Mel is the one that's stirring his pot, but yet Mel is the one that's throwing the rocks.
Part of became true. And like I just can't, that ain't gonna be never be me. After the sit down with Mel, I feel like, I know how to really better manage my expectations when it comes to the friendship that we may be feeling.
So now Storm is saying, in her how they have their little long time. I call it a little session time. But Storms say that now I understand, Mel. We only can talk during filming. Pretty much, that's exactly what she was trying to tell you.
I can be down. People want us to have a problem, and I am trying to give them the option.
And so Storm is saying that she can be down, but she see that people is trying to make it a problem. But she's not into that.
I'm good.
So Melanie is saying that she's good because Melanie, like I said, just like Keisha was saying, Melanie got a dark soul. So if this girl's sitting there saying, that, she's pouring out her feelings to you, and all you can do is just stir the drink that's in your cup and saying you good about it.
I'm good. You ready to eat? I'm ready to eat.
So that's Melanie is saying, I'm good. Look, are you ready to eat? So like I said, she can sit there and look at it like it was nothing. But believe it or not, she gonna come back and she gonna go ahead and throw it in their face. And that's what you call narcissist behavior.
Do you like being surrounded by people, or do you sometimes just want to be alone?
So now Kiki, that's a snake, Kiki. She walked in right now. Kiki done walked in. And Kimmy and Tisha is sitting down. So I'm gonna see where Kiki gonna go. Because Kiki, she's gonna get her 15-minute fame this season. And after that, most likely they're gonna go ahead and cut her off. And that's what I don't understand. Now, Melanie, she was upset when Destiny went ahead and befriend Tisha, but why would Melanie wants to befriend Tisha's cousin? See, guys, y'all don't think like that. Y'all don't ask those type of questions. Logical says if you look at the definition of a narcissist, Melanie has everyone on the trace. Yeah, absolutely. So now, guys, let's see what old snaky Kiki. Let's see what she's talking about. Because see, Miss Wanda is her too big change.
Like, I like to be alone before there was even a problem. You know what I'm saying?
So now you're seeing three of the ladies together acting like real ladies supposed to act, and that's Kimmy, Tisha, and that's what's the one that had the baby? Her.
I don't have any issue being in my house whatsoever. However, at this juncture, hey lady, hey.
So that's Kiki. Kiki done came over where Tisha and Kimmy is sitting. I don't know who is the other girl. I don't know who she is. There's another girl that's sitting with them. Oh, that's, I guess that's family members. Yes, that's Tisha's, I guess that's her niece or her cousin, the same one that, she was doing an interview with on Instagram. But Kiki is hugging her, so all of them right there, they are family members.
How are you? Hey, Annie. Hey, how are you?
So Kiki went ahead and hugged Kimmy. So I'm gonna see if she gonna go ahead and hug Tisha. But Tisha was saying, in her session, that little long time when they just talked, she said she didn't know that Kiki was gonna be there.
Not leave things pleasant after the reunion. Not know.
So Tisha is talking about, some of the stuff in a confession about what had happened at the reunion, which that was a snake move because no way in the world that I would have went ahead and threw my own cousin under the bus like that.
She's coming to tell us, talk about me. Her other people at the so I didn't tell you.
So what they're doing now, guys, they are showing little clips of the reunion. Tisha is, bringing up some of the stuff of what her snake cousin had did.
You told me what was said. You said what you see. Oh yes, I did. There was nothing that was said that I didn't tell you. So I'm just gonna keep it cordial and keep my distance.
So what Tisha saying that, she's gonna keep it cordial and she's gonna keep her distance. So pretty much Tisha is saying that she does not want to be bothered with Kimmy. Not Kimmy, with Kiki. So I guess Kiki did not give Tisha a hug, and Tisha may not even wanted her to go ahead and give her a hug. So now Martell is sitting down talking to Kimmy. So Kimmy is telling Martell, I guess she's tired, tired with the, going to, the hospital back and forth, So I guess that's what she's pretty much telling them.
I knew when this thing turned the corner that me having Maurice was literally the best thing that could have happened to me. Like, and this is like no shade whatsoever. But even like when you and Mel broke up.
So Kimmy is talking to Marcel, to Martell, talking about how pretty much she think her husband for being, by her side. So now she's talking about Marcel, not Marcel, Martell and Melanie, when they had broke up.
You feel like there's some moments that you miss when those kind of things happen that you know.
So what Kim is pretty much saying, like, when you're going through, especially, that cancer scare, you want your close family, you want your family with you, and by her husband was right there by her side. But what she did, she brought up Martell and Melody, which I hope that they stop. I hope they stop bringing it up. In order for them to get completely healed from what they are going through, you can't just keep throwing it up in their face. It's time for everybody to just go ahead and move on.
Share with the person that you share.
Yes.
So Martell is talking about, how he missed, I guess, sharing things with the people that he loves. So pretty much he's talking about, his family as well, with all the stuff that happened with him and Melody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a piece of us that will always see y'all together.
Right.
So what Kimmy is telling Martell that is always going to be a piece of them seeing, I guess, Melody and Martell together, which, guys, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. Is enough. Okay. It's time for them to let that go.
It's all together. It was good. It was fun. It was this. It was that. We were out with and about. We were making moves.
So she's reminiscing over the past, how when they all was together.
You know what I'm saying? So even on the days that y'all tell us to leave that alone, we know what's best for us. Don't talk about us.
I ain't gonna say that no
Leave
more.
us alone.
I know what's best too.
You know what's best for you.
Yep.
So you can see that Martell is a very forgiving person. Martell knows how to let go. And as you can see, him and Kimmy, they are, sitting down talking, laughing with each other.
Oh,
Are you serious? I'm tickled to hear you say that.
I ain't saying nothing. I said something, I ain't saying nothing.
That part.
I meant every bit of it to be real. It
sounds to me that Martell is finally putting his considerable ego aside and actually admitting that he's made some mistakes.
So Kimmy is at in the confession, talking about Martell, how Martell, is putting his ego aside and start, admitting that he did make a mistake. Which, like I said, we already know what happened. They've been divorced for 6 years, 3 years. This show been running for almost 5 years or 6 years. It's time for a new storyline. Even me just giving you guys this recap, I don't want to even talk about them two. It's time for them to just move on.
I think he's definitely having some buyer's remorse. He wants his own life and wife back.
You finna go? I'm gonna walk to your apartment.
So now Martell went to Melanie and asked Melanie, I'm gonna go ahead and walk you to your car. Which, that's a gentleman, that's his wife, his ex-wife, that's the children of his mother. So by he does not wants to see his wife going into the car by herself. I think that was good, because you don't know if Melanie walk out or anybody walk outside, what could happen? Somebody could rob them, or someone could hurt them. So that was the bigger person, even though that does not mean that he wants Melanie. All he's just trying to do is see the mother of his children be safe in her car. So why would Melanie make a big stink about this? Make it make sense, guys.
I'm gonna walk you to it.
So Melanie's Martell said, "I'm gonna walk you to the car." Melanie said, "No, she gonna go ahead and do it." I let her go.
I'm literally in the front. That's my Versace. I'm right here in the front.
I saw you parked across the street. His name is out there.
So Melanie said that she's gonna walk to her car. Her car is right there in the front. And Martell said, "No, I saw your car way down the street." So I guess that's just a joke right there. But you could see that, like I said there and say, I don't know if they just playing it out for the cameras. Just like Logical say, a lot of this stuff right here is script, because I don't think that Martell just got up from talking to Kimmy and went straight to Melody. Something had to happen in between.
Walk to my car all the time by myself.
I'm being difficult.
So Martell is telling Melanie, stop being difficult. Let me just go ahead and walk your tail out. Pretty much, that's what he's saying.
Yeah. I'll walk you to the door. It's okay.
So now he's saying, I'm gonna just go ahead and walk you to the door.
Do you need anything?
We're going. We're going. Y'all said we're going.
So Martell, Melanie went and hugged the Whitlows, and she's just shaking her head like she just so sick of it. But all this stuff right there is just script. She likes that attention. You can see that she liked that attention. And trust me, guys, nobody is beating up on no male. It's just calling it like it is, okay? Because what I see is some BS. So Martell is telling the Whitlows that he's going to walk Melanie to the door. So the Whitlow, the husband, I don't even know his name, but he was just telling, let Martell walk you to the car to make sure that you be safe.
I'm sure there's somebody else that needs to be walked to them.
So Melanie is telling the Whitlows and Martell, I'm pretty sure there's someone else in here that needs to be walked to the car. So Melanie is pretty much telling him, she want to go out there by herself. But like I said, for this to show right here, all this right here is just script, because we sick and tired of seeing these two at each other, and I just hope that Martell see how he look on this episode and say, look, enough is enough. I'm ready to go ahead and just move on.
But now you told me that you're going to leave, and I never say so. That was the first time I said all that. That's not like a big deal. Oh, you know, come on, what we do for it? We just want to make sure you're okay. That's all.
You know what I mean?
So I guess Melanie just wants that attention because she still haven't budged yet. Okay. So all this right here is just attention seeker to have the bloggers to talk about something tomorrow. Okay. Just part of a storyline.
I wish that for once my wishes were respected. Like whenever I said, no, I'm good, I'm parked right in the front, I wish it was like, okay,
But she
cool.
walked across the street, though. But okay.
No, I and it's like this. But my even like my business partner way to town, he's like, your husband ain't about to come after me. I'm walking your ass to your car.
I'll walk into
I
the
don't care if you
door.
owe me
Watch.
or not.
It's okay.
So they're still
Yeah.
talking about the same stuff, guys.
You know, say, oh, my fortune.
So Martell is saying, just like I had said earlier, she's the mother of his four kids. Okay.
Here comes that big deal.
No, oh my, no, not the
Melody likes it. Melody loves it. She loves that attention. So Martell is walking her out, okay? And like I said, guys, all this stuff is for show. It's pretty much script. So don't get your panties all in a bunch. This is only a reality show, okay? All they're gonna do whatever they need to do to go ahead and boost those ratings. But like I said, I am sick and tired of seeing those two. Logical say yes, it's all fake and script. Period. No one chasing anyone like this and constantly getting put down. Yeah, that's all it is. And I don't know. I'm sick of it. Like I say, this is my last season. I can't take no more.
Be careful out here, too, all right? I'm going to stay right here.
So Martell is telling Melanie to be careful. He gonna stay right there at the door. He's just gonna watch her get into the car. But now I'm wishing that Martell would have took that offer with Real Housewives of Atlanta. I hope he do take that offer because I just cannot see another season of this right here. This is BS.
Be careful, all right? Now you kick me.
So Martell said Melanie kicked her, which I don't think Melanie went ahead and kicked, but if she did, like I say, all this stuff is stripped. So he's just watching right now. He's watching Melanie get to her car.
Melody might say
And that's what a gentleman would do, okay?
she don't want to walk outside. But she didn't.
So Martell is saying it's a confession. He's saying during his confession that Melanie is saying that she didn't want him to walk outside, but he don't think that she meant it. Which, she had to play it for the cameras because, like I said, she loved drama.
He knows that I'm a gentleman, just period.
And Martell is saying, in his confession that Melanie does know that he is a gentleman. Hmm.
And, if you're going to be together or not, she's still the mother of my children.
And he said whether they're together or not, she's still the mother of his kids. So, he's pretty much, he wants to see them, be able to at least, if they're not married, but, let's get along for the sake of the kids. Logical Street said, I hope he goes to Real Housewives of Atlanta too. Then what storyline would Melody have? Not one at all. And that's why she run into all these bloggers, trying to stir up the pot, because what she's using all this right here as a storyline, why would she go on as like Stormy says, a campaign, a smear campaign and go to all these different bloggers talking about Martell brought her flowers and it end up in a garage or Martell won her back. And why would you say stuff like that? It doesn't make no sense at all. Like I say, all this Melanie would not have a storyline if it wasn't for Martell. So that's why I hope that Martell just get on with his life.
What makes sure she's safe? Be careful, though.
So Martell, saw her out. He made sure that she got in a car safe. That's what men do, real men do. So I want to see how they gonna spin it tomorrow, because they're gonna spin it tomorrow because, like I said, people love drama, and they love to sit there and try to make something out of nothing. And this right here was nothing. All he was being a gentleman, wanting to see Melody gets to her car.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Fertel is talking like you this best. I think
So now they about to go into a commercial, but they showing Kimmy talking to Maurice, talking about talking about Melody and Martell, okay, how they pretty much, I guess, still like each other, but they don't have nothing else to talk about besides them two. Oh my God. Oh, I just hope Sheree, please grab Martell off of that show. And I guess if Sheree do grab Martell off the show, that's going to be the end of all this, because they make people feel like, you know, the only two that's on that show, and that's Mel and Martell going back and forth with each other because it's nothing positive.
Even if Marcel moves on, there's just going to be a part of him that is always going to be
And that's true. That's true. Kimmy said it's gonna always be a part of Martell that gonna always love Melanie. Well, like I said, they took their vows together, and all the stuff that happened. But things happen. Melanie is not the only one that have been cheated on. And I understand exactly what Marie's saying. It's time for them to move on. Oh my God.
with Sheree yet.
So now they're gonna show Martell talking to their friends. You remember the two that Mel and Martell went to their home when Mel had threw that glass at Martell. But you see, I want to talk a little bit about that because see, now they are in a commercial. But you see, people don't talk about stuff like that. That's when they were saying that Martell needs to get off the show because Martell is violent. But nobody talked about when Mel had threw that glass at Martell's face, and if she would have went ahead and cut him, and somebody said, "Oh, she should have," but if it was the other way around, you guys would have been boycotting, would have knelt Martell to a cross or something. Yeah, it's Chris and Nell Fletcher. Yes. So that's who it is. Let me make sure. Thank you, Logical.
Since 2020, because you didn't want me to leave, you wanted me to need you, to be dependent on you, hoping that I would come back.
So now Mel is talking to her extra. Now all this right here, this is during the commercial review. Mel is talking to her extra because the lady that she's talking about, we don't even know who she's talking about because first of all, Mel didn't have nobody to film with. So I guess she must have had the producers to go ahead and grab one somebody was working a part of own network or whatever to talk about saying about Martell, that Martell still after her. So let me see what's going
But
on.
yet, the same people you turning against me, how would they feel if they know you still begging me to take me back?
So she's talking about how Martell, is begging her to get back with her. I think that is Nell Fletcher. That's who Mel is talking about. So guys, it's a commercial right now. So let me go ahead and
Boy, I would destroy.
this is a lot, guys. But like I said, it's just the same to me. It's just the same thing over and over. It's just a different spin. I don't care if they come on, it's still still beating the same dead horse. It's just that they figuring out how 100 different ways to go ahead and spin it.
Eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
like cheese. Sort of nice. We rate you a bowl of honey nut Cheerios, which can help lower cholesterol.
I wish Debbie hadn't joined the mall walking club.
Okay, guys. So now they're showing Kimmy. So Kim and Maurice. So I guess Kimmy is packing. I guess getting ready, to the hospital, or whatever. But she's about to talk to her husband Maurice.
I was packing some of my stuff. I'm tired. It's tomorrow for the surgery. Just trying to
So
get
what
stuff
Kimmy is
ready.
doing right now, Kimmy is packing, I guess a little few clothes so she can prepare for her surgery. So that's what Kimmy is doing. So guys, if you're just joining in, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D, unapologetic and unbiased. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content.
Chemotherapy shrunk the tumors to near non-existence, which is a blessing. However, we still have to have the surgery.
So that's Kimmy right now. She's talking about, she's about to go through surgery. So she's talking, I guess, her and Maurice in their confession.
To remove any remnants of microscopic, tissues that might still be in here. Yeah, no. Then we can have another get together. Was gonna cook today and put some stuff in the refrigerator for you.
So what Kimmy is doing right now, she's talking to her husband, saying, that she's going to prepare lunch, some dinners, so and put it in a refrigerator, I guess, for her husband to, have something to eat, because she's going to be out. So might as well to go ahead and cook for her husband. That's what a good woman would do.
That you have the stuff. That's just trying to make sure everything's in order so when we do have the surgery, by the time we get home, we could just like chill out.
How could you just chill out?
So Maurice is just telling her, just relax, chill out, because I guess Kimmy is worried, which who wouldn't worry, especially, going through all this, what she's going through with cancer.
So you had a really, big day yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty full. That's fair. But the event turned out pretty well, don't you think?
I like it. I like it.
As anti
It's not,
get together
it's
as
not.
you were.
I was anti-party. I was anti-Kimmy do a lot.
So they just talking about the little get together, little thing that they had yesterday, I guess the party that they have, which Kimmy is pretty much telling, Maurice that, he was antisocial, but he just wanted his wife to relax, wanted his wife to, not be, so busy. But some people, when they're going through, that's how usually is.
And you held up your end of the bargain. You did what you said you were going to do. Have a lot of conversation. Sit down and chill.
Right.
I was really pleasantly surprised that you were going to chill out.
I think the whole event was good for my spirits. Knowing the different stages of this journey.
So pretty much that's probably what the title is. You, I guess, the Scots chilled. So I thought it was going to be, talking about Tisha and Marcel, but it's talking about Kimmy and Maurice. Where Maurice want Kimmy to chill, relax.
That we have to go through. Putting that one behind us and being able to tell all of our friends about the pet game.
Right. That was good.
It was such a moving moment for us.
Right.
I wanted everybody to be able to feel what we felt.
Right.
And in that same emotion to hear that the pet game was clean. That was really cool. Even there.
So Kimmy is still talking about the little gathering that they had. She just wanted people to feel, how she's feeling, and talking about the CAT scan. Talking about everything is clear, which she still have to go through surgery. In case, I guess, any little tissues or whatever that is that's there.
Belle was like, you didn't tell me that when I was at the house. I'm like, "Oh, we wanted to tell everybody at the same time."
I didn't see her like around you or really around a lot of people.
Well,
So Maurice is telling Kimmy that he didn't really see Mel around the people. So let me see what Kimmy is gonna say about that.
yeah, the people there were my crew technically.
So Kim is saying, the reason why is because the people that was there was her crew. They was there for her.
Mel sometimes needs to, recharge and stuff. But
So Maurice is saying Mel, sometimes need to go ahead and recharge.
by herself to recharge. So that,
I
that's
guess
why she's still there.
so.
Speaking of
Being
Melody,
by herself.
I talked to Martell and I was telling him how I felt it was timing that I met you in my life, period, because going through this alone without people who love you could be
Logical Street
challenging.
says, I think
Sure.
Maurice
And so
would
I
like
asked
to
him the same thing.
minimize
I
the
said,
focus
Doug, is that
on
like
the
something that
treatment
you
with
think?
others and
The
just spend
fact
time
that
together.
one person
Yeah,
is
I
all
think
the
so
time, be
too.
it good or bad. You know what I'm saying? You're ride or die kind of thing. He was like, hell yeah, that's it. And he was talking like he was talking like this man.
And the sad thing about it is that, how all this stuff that's going on between Mel and Martell, they all center their storyline around all that mess. You know, to me, that would be draining because it's draining right now for me even giving a review about that.
Like, for real.
I just gotta make up this song. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Right now, he's double-minded.
So Maurice is saying Martell got to go ahead and make up his mind because a double-minded person is unstable. So he just using a scripture on him.
I think even if Martell moves on, there's just going to be a part of him that is always going to come back.
I think anytime that you're the person that created a lot of the mistakes in your life, then you have regret behind those mistakes.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, some of the interactions I've seen was like, man, listen, a woman scorned, bro, it's time to move on. 'Cause
That's absolutely, what he said that a woman that is scorned, it's time to go ahead and move on because those type of people, when you are a scorned woman, you bitter, they would actually hurt you. And that's exactly what's happening right now because just like I had said on several of my videos, Mel took her pain for gain. All the stuff that has happened because Mel put it on display. So, some women, they can, move on, but there are some women that will stay to sit there and just make your life a living hell. And that's exactly what you see right here. That's why I hope that Martell, this will be his last season on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, that he will move to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I hope he do because Real Housewives of Atlanta, they going to have it going on. They getting all their old cast back.
it's incredibly cold that way. I believe Martell really needs to sort out his feelings with Melody because, like, you can see one day he loves her, the next day he hates her. So he kind of got to get that figured out.
It's easier said than done.
I actually saw Martell was going to chase after Mel on the way out.
What do you mean chase?
Like Mel was leaving, Martell volunteered.
So Maurice is talking about, how Martell chased Melanie out, volunteer. That's pretty much of what he said his word. So they still talking about Mel and Martell.
Walk her out. He came back in with a sad face though.
Same, Martell came back in with a sad face. Like I said, all this stuff right here is just script. All this stuff right here is just script. And trust me, Call Us King, we are getting tired of it, okay? So now we see the Fletchers. Let me make sure I get their names right. The Fletchers, yes. So Martell is going to meet up with them. Chris Fletcher.
I did invite Martell.
So Nell Fletcher, I guess she thought it was going to be date night, but Chris went ahead and invited Martell. So Martell is walking in, they hugging each other. But I wonder, did Martell and Mel apologize when they went ahead, when they turned these people's house upside down. You remember, like I said, when they had that fight at these people's house. I wonder did they apologize? They should openly apologize of what they had did that day. Logical says, I agree. Melanie enjoyed making his life bad now. He needs to see there is no getting past the cheating for her. Hold on, let me see where I'm at. For her, she will forever bitter with him. Yeah. And the thing about it is that's how she's making those coins, by banking off of this story right here. But someone need to be the bigger person and say, look, no longer I'm gonna allow you to keep beating this dead horse. We're gonna move on. So I'm glad that now Martell is moving on, that now Sheree is in the picture.
I didn't know it was y'all's baby.
And thank you for helping me out, Logical.
That you were coming, to be honest.
Yeah, okay, but it,
But I'm here anyway. So
yeah. How you doing?
I've known Chris and Nell for many years, and they've always been a great source of counsel.
So Martell has said that he knew the Fletchers for many years, and he was pretty much always, like a counselor there for him.
They've seen Melody and I at our best and at our worst. This other person I'm talking to.
So now they're showing the part where what I had talked about just a few minutes ago. They just showing a little review, a little clip of Mel and Martell when they was fighting in these people home when Mel threw that glass.
That's fine, me.
But you see, I want to know if I want to see tomorrow if this blogger's going to go ahead and talk about that, because if Mel openly threw a glass at this man's face on TV, just imagine what goes on behind closed doors. Just imagine. So people were saying that Martell most likely had abused Melanie, but we see who abusing who. We see who's abusing, because this right here is DV. Now this is DV right here. Because you throwing a glass in this man's face could have cut his face. That's DV. But nobody ain't gonna talk about that. And like I say, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't know these people from a can of paint. But in here it's real talk. I'm gonna call it like it is. Now I understand what she's going through. I'll be a cold-hearted person to say I don't understand what she went through. But still evolved. Like I said, she's not the only one that have been cheated on. And like Destiny said, if she got to get upset with Martell, stop befriending Martell, then she's gonna have to stop befriending Mel as well. So what that's trying to tell you guys. So what they're doing right now, guys, they're just showing a clip of, like I said, with Martell and Melanie acting hood ratchet. Now that's what you call hood ratchet at somebody else's house, okay? Now that's what you call hood ratchet. I promise you would never see Letitia acting like that with Marcel. You'll never see nothing like that, or Kimmy acting like that with Maurice. Like I said, I don't know what kind of show these people be watching. And like I say, in here is real talk. And my channel is not for everybody. Melody was acting just like the braids was in her hair. Those blonde braids, ghetto braids in her hair. She was acting like a hood rat. She was acting just like a hood rat. Yes, Melanie is making her coins on the emotion trauma bond with her fans, which I think was her goal from the beginning. Yes, pain and gain. You know I said it. So many are emotionally connected with her. Smart move. Absolutely. Absolutely. But like I said, when you got to do stuff for going into a dark place like that, playing dirty, you never win. Ain't nothing good gonna come out of this. Because all it's showing is that Mel is a very bitter person. Ain't nobody coming for her. Nobody is talking about her. She is so paranoid, like everybody is talking about her. Everybody it hates Mel. No, Mel, you putting all that stuff out yourself. And I understand a lot of people can relate to some of this stuff that is going on. But still of all, she's not the only one that have been cheated on. And it's not like her hands is clean as well. Mel, it was her choice to go back to Martell, knowing that Martell was in a relationship for years with somebody else. It was her choice to forgive. And just like Martell said, Melanie, trust me, Melanie did a lot of stuff when she was out there in her own apartment. So somebody said, I was reading a comment, yeah, but Martell brought in a kid. Martell had a kid in the mix. Well, according to Martell, so did Melody.
I really appreciate the support over the years. And we're such good friends. So no, I don't think the place was going to be upset with me by coming in on their date night. You know, that's just how we do sometimes.
How'd the kids do?
Oh, they doing good.
Or how'd the single life?
I don't like it.
So Nell Fletcher is asking Martell how the kids is, how single life. Martell is saying that he doesn't like it because he enjoyed being in his marriage. Things happen. And one thing that we can say, Melanie said that Martell treated her real good in the home. She wasn't lacking for anything, even if he was outside.
Are you dating, like dating exclusive or?
No, I'm just enjoying myself right now. I'm not.
So Nell is asking Martell, "Are you dating?" And he said no. He's just, I guess, trying to find himself.
With anybody. I don't want to be. I want to be tied down.
So he said he's not ready to be tied down
Specific one that I feel that is
until he find that right one.
Heart, my mind that okay, I want to jump back into this thing right now because ultimately I want to be married.
So he's saying that he wants to be married. He enjoyed being married. So well, they said that him and Ariane Curry, they went ahead and jumped the broom. So I don't know if that's true or not, but they did say that they went ahead and eloped. Logical Street said, I cannot with her mess, but many do align with her and her mess, and her fans say she is always right, no matter what. Make you wonder the morals and thinking process of these people, because half of the people are logical. When they speak on this right here, most of them not even married. Just like you had said before, most of them, probably young and they not even married, or they was in a relationship and they bitter is all outdoors. And that's why they didn't see no wrong when Tisha decided to go ahead and stay with her husband Maurice. Now, just to say, if Tisha would have listened to all these bloggers and listened to all these lies that was told on her husband, if she would have left her husband, then they wouldn't be building what they are building today, leaving legacies for their children.
I definitely want to be married again. I know it's tough. It's a challenge.
And Martell, you could see that Martell is a good man. He just made some dumb mistakes. But like I said, he's not the first or the last. Just because what he did, that does not mean that you got to keep putting your foot on his neck. because some men do cheat. That's why I say when it comes to this generation right here, I hope they do make polygamous legal. And the reason why is because they won't use that against the black man. We'll sit there and we will nail them to a cross. We'll tear everything that they have just to sit there and expose them going out there having a affair. So I hope that they make it legal. I wouldn't do it, but like I say, for this generation right here, because we know exactly how they do to go ahead and tear down the black man.
But it's good to have significant other building together, growing together. I'm planning on proposing this year.
So Martell say that he's planning on proposing this year. So maybe, like I said, it might be true that him and Ariana went ahead and hitched up. Like she said there and said, she said, look, she got Martell, with her eyes closed. So quite obvious, he must have loved her. He must have feelings for her. Because we already know when it came to Sheree and Martell, pretty much that was nothing but a publicity stunt.
Are you exclusive with Sheree yet?
So now Nell Fletcher is asking Martell, are you exclusive with Sheree?
Because I know, we met her.
Because now they say that they hadn't met Sheree. So Martell didn't hide, being with Sheree. But like I said, all that is a part of a storyline. All that right there is just a publicity stuff, which I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that that happened. Because now Martell can be able to move on.
Introduced us to her. How is that going?
She's a beautiful woman. And we get along well. And
so Martell say, Sheree is a very beautiful woman and they get along very well.
we enjoy each other's company.
They enjoy each other's company.
Coming up.
Logic says Wanda would never let Tisha be manipulated by these fans. Martell has a good heart, forgiving person. Melanie, not so much. What man do you think will get with Melanie behind all this mess and exposure? Absolutely. And you know good and well they're not going to play with Miss Wanda because they tried playing with Miss Wanda. And Miss Wanda she's not playing. Like Miss Wanda said there and say, you better make sure when you sit there and you talk about her, you better make sure that you're ready to go ahead and write those checks because Miss Wanda is getting them for defamation. And I don't blame Miss Wanda. I don't blame Miss Wanda. That's why I say we don't need no other Miss Wanda on that show. All we need is that Wanda right there. So Bessie, whoever her name is, she can go ahead and kick rocks. Because whether you guys like it or not, yes, Miss Wanda was very entertaining. Now, guys, I guess it's going into a commercial, but they just doing a review. That's Tisha. I don't know who she's hugging. Let me see who she's hugging. Yeah, I guess that's Tisha hugging her niece or her cousin. Let me know who that is, Logical Speak. It's the same girl that Tisha was on Instagram with. So I guess that's her niece. She's very beautiful, beautiful melanated people.
So, what can you and Kiki do to get to?
So I guess this right here is just a review before the commercial, but I guess she's gonna play more of a mediator, and it's between Kiki. So I guess Mel probably not Mel. Teacher probably say, well, if Kiki come on, I'm gonna have to bring another of my family members. Cause see, one thing about Tisha is very classy. She's not gonna get hood and ghetto and ratchet. So I guess she's gonna bring in her niece or her cousin so she can be the mediator between family. Logic said I saw her talking to her niece. They all look alike, strong genes in that family. Yeah, very beautiful queens.
Hey, got your tranquility, you ain't got to mix myself. He's still trying to find his. And right now it's about the kids. And then I leave both y'all in a good space. Because you know that y'all will be seeing each other forever.
So I like what Nell Fletcher said. So Nell, even though it's going to a commercial, Nell is saying that all Martell is doing is trying to do what's best for the kids. It's not that Martell is trying to get back with Mel, but I think Mel is reading it another way because, like I said there and say, Mel, she taking her pain for gain. So, guys, what I'm doing is just trying to fast forward because it's a commercial. So I want to see tomorrow how they're gonna go ahead and spin it because they knows how to sit there and take something out of nothing. But I'm sick of it. I am so sick of seeing this Mel and this Martell trying to spin this storyline 110 different ways. So I just hope that Martell and Sheree, I hope they bring it. At least we know that they will have a storyline, and everybody can be able to move on and get their own storyline, and ride off of somebody else back. Oh my God, this is a long commercial, guys. I'm fast forwarding on it, but it's a long commercial. So, guys, again, thank you for joining my live Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content.
We get along well, and we enjoy each other's company. So is this the one?
So, Chris Fletcher is asking Martell, is Sheree is the one? Sheree is the one. Martell is laughing. So we already know that's just a publicity stunt. That's just a storyline, cleaning up his image. And I'm glad to see him happy. I want to see him move on. Logical Street say Kiki is a snake. Yes, she is a snake. And her family will hold her accountable for doing her cousin nasty on national TV. No, I will not waste my money on this mess another season. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad that not Kiki, I'm glad that Tisha went ahead and got her niece on so her niece can go ahead and handle Kiki. I'm glad that's happening because we already know that's the reason why, they went ahead and took Miss Wanda out because they know they thought that if they take Miss Wanda out, they can all go and gang up on Tisha. But you see, they say, well, okay, if you want to get Miss Wanda out of the picture, then you're going to have to bring somebody else that, very close to Tisha that can sit there, and be the mediator between all this stuff that Kiki, that snake, trying to go ahead and bring on that show just for a 15-minute fame. But like you say, you never win when you play dirty. This stuff is going to backfire.
She's we'll see if something progress.
So what's your next move? How long you plan on dating Sheree? Like,
We gotta say go, gotta say go.
So Martell, Nell Fletcher is saying, well, they still talking about Sheree. So Martell is saying when guys say go, go. So I guess, he's saying it's time to move on. I guess he, tried to sit there and get his family back together, but it's time for him to move on. That's why Martell is saying when guys say go, let's go. Like you could say, she may be another cousin. Wanda has a lot of brothers. Not sure about the sister. Oh, yeah, she might be a cousin. And Martell is not a bad person.
No,
you know what? And Mills, and they all say go, God said, that's Mills.
So right here's the God Said Go Wrong. I actually just introduced the whole summer collection.
I'll definitely say if God can tell Melly when to go, he can definitely tell me when I can get married. How's that going, brother? With Melanie? Yeah. This is a challenge. And we don't talk at all. Like I had a kid for 7 days So I be other days when she won't call.
You got 4 kids.
So Martell is still talking to the Fletcher. They, I guess having date night, where Martell said that he had the kids for 7 days, and out of those 7 days, Melanie did not call. Wow! Did you hear what I just said? Martell said that he had his kids for 7 days, and out of those 7 days, Melanie did not call. So what that say? She didn't call to check on her children. Wow.
That has to be some communication.
No, we don't communicate at all, which isn't good. When you're trying to focus.
And he's saying that Melanie is not communicating at all, especially when they're trying to be a co-parent. So what Martell is doing is Martell is trying to, make sure that his kids are happy, because when these kids not hearing from their mom, their parents, that plays a toll on these kids. Now they may not verbally come out and say, "Oh, I miss my mom," but we all was children back then, and when our mom would leave, you know, we felt that. So just imagine what these kids are going through when they don't hear from their mom for 7 days. What could be out there that's taking all my attention, where I cannot even pick up the phone to call my own children? Make it make sense. And like I said, guys, you might sit there and say, "Oh, she's on a hate mail train." No, I'm calling it like I said, because I believe if it was the other way around, you guys would be saying the same thing. But the thing about it is, like, I don't know these people. I'm calling it as I see it. Martell say he wants to get married and will be engaged this year. Who? I think it would be Sheree. Melanie do not want full custody. She like being free. Absolutely. That's why I said there and I said, logical. I said that Martell should have went ahead and called Melanie bluff. When Melanie sat there and said that she wanted full-time custody of those kids, you know good and well Melanie did not want full-time custody of those kids. And I'm gonna say allegedly. But Melanie only was just doing that just to save face. Now, how you gonna ask for full custody for your kids, and when your kids away for a whole entire week, you didn't even pick up the phone to go ahead and call? My son is 23 years old, and if I don't hear from him less than 8 hours, I'm texting him, "Are you all right?" Oh my God.
They going in and out of court. I don't like it. I talked to her about that too.
Why y'all in court?
Ultimately, because she had too many babies.
And now Martell is saying, that he don't like going in and out of court. So Nell Fletcher, which I like her, they should have put her on that show. They should have put the Fletchers on that show instead of putting Stormy and her husband. I think Stormy and her husband, they should have just been a friend of the show. But I want to see mature people sitting there trying to make this make sense. I don't want to see all this fighting back and forth, because you're not going to see the Fletchers fighting with each other. So she asking adult, mature questions. She asking them, what's going on? Martell is saying that he don't want to go in and out of court. But Mel is having so many different babysitters. And that's what he does not like. What father would want something like that? Having their kids sleeping at everybody else's house and not sleeping in their own bed. So like I said, they're saying nobody cannot see that Martell is a bad father. Martell is a good father. Because if he didn't care, he would sit there, he wouldn't even worry about stuff like that.
You took her court.
Yeah.
Because she got too many babysitters.
Yeah.
And you know this for sure.
Oh, it's back, yeah. Yeah.
So what's too many babysitters?
20-something.
Well, I tell nobody got no 20-something.
So Nell Fletcher is saying, well, how many is too many babysitters? Martell said 24. And Nell said, Martell, nobody have no 24 babysitters. She can't believe it herself. But Martell say that is facts.
What if it's true? I'm asking you. What if it's
So Martell is asking a question. What is it true? I'm asking you guys right now that's watching this live. What if it's true of Melanie allowing almost 24 different people babysitting his kids? Imagine that. 24 different people babysitting your kids. Oh my God. Let's see what Nell Fletcher is saying about that.
what would be your reaction?
Martell want to say, what would your reaction be if it is true?
I don't know if I believe it.
And she's saying, well, I don't know if I believe that. But he's saying it's true.
What if that's like the worst he had? Some people watch.
So now he asking the same question that I asked you guys. What if someone was babysitting us? If you had 24 babysitters, how would you guys react if it was you guys? So let me see what they're saying about that.
Your kids and they're under 10.
I want to know who those 20-some people are.
I got really bothered that she went somewhere.
So she's saying, Nell Fletcher said, well, I want to know who are those 24 people. If it was my, if it was my my kids, somebody's watching my kids. So why you think that Martell shouldn't want to know who watching his kids? Which nowhere in the world, guys, no one should even allow no more than two different people watching your kids. Logic says, I talk to my grown kids every day, 7 days. No talking to mine. It would never happen. Melody did not want full custody of these kids. She would not want Martell to be that free either. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, because I don't care what happened between my husband and I. Where I go is where my kids go. And I'm going to make sure, as a good mother, I'm going to be there for my kids. I'm not going to let Squatty Dotty and everybody babysit my kids. I'm not going to pack up my bags and leave without my children. My children going to be right there on the side of me. So guys, you all need to go ahead and examine that, because like I said, the truth going to slowly find its way back home, and you guys going to see straight through all this.
But a brother coming to Huntsville, picking my kids up, keeping them for 2 days.
So now Martell is telling the Fletcher about Martell's brother came to Huntsville and kept Melanie's kids for 2 days. Logic says, Melanie never denied having many different sitters. I believe there have been a lot. He has every right to know who is watching his kid, especially these days. Like I said there and say, so much stuff is going on with these kids. People are doing so much. You got to watch your kids. You can't let your kids just go to any and everybody. And like I say, these days, they don't even want the girls no more. They're going after the boys, trying to turn these babies out. So you got to be careful who babysitting your kids. So Martell is upset, which any concerned father would be, how Melanie had the brother to babysit his kids for 2 days and he was in town. Why Melanie didn't go and let the kids go to their dad? But see, Melanie was just being spiteful. She thought that she was going to go ahead and use her kids to go ahead and hurt Martell. And that's why I'm glad that Martell went ahead and handled it like an adult. He let the court handle it. He didn't take it on his own. He could have went and got upset and been in jail, because that's exactly what they want. Look how they had that lie to go, that Martell beat up Ariane. So they just looking for Martell to slip. So I'm glad that he let the court handle it. And Melanie already knew the rules about letting his kids go to her brother's house. He didn't like that, because he said he wants to raise his kids in a certain way. And that's why all these fans and all these trolls are upset. They're really upset because Martell does not want his kids around Martell brother. And that's what all that animosity, all that fuel in the fire, all this stuff is happening because of that. They can't get over that because those type of people, they lovers of their own. The world love its own, and that's why they really upset with Martell.
To me, it don't make any sense. We can hire two people for full time.
And he sat there and said, Martell said, Logic, that it didn't make no sense. He said because we can hire babysitters, and that's absolutely right. Why would you want to go and get all these different people to babysit your kids when you two need to be co-parent and say, look, if we have both have busy schedules, let's go ahead and hire a full-time nanny. Let's go ahead and hire a full-time nanny. That makes sense, guys. All it looked like what Martell is he want is what's best for his kids. And like I said there and say, it may sounds like it, but I'm taking sides. But I'm calling it as I see it because I'm team right and I stand on my truth.
To do things on my side and your side, I think that's good. Being divorced is tough enough on the kids without so much instability. And I feel the least that we can do is allow them to spend more time with both parents or just more qualified supervision.
And that he's absolutely right. He's saying, being, separated with each other is already hard enough, on those kids. So what he's trying to do is do what's best for the kids. You know, just go ahead and just hire, them a full-time babysitter. So both parents, at least can, come to common ground. Come on, guys.
And I just don't know how I can't just get Melody to understand that.
And he's saying he just don't understand why Melody, he can't get Melody to understand that. Because Melanie, what she's doing is she's got her feelings all in the mix of it where she cannot see, she just cannot see clear. But it's not about her anymore. Somebody got to say enough is enough. It's about these kids. Because believe it or not, these kids, they're going to grow up and they're going to resent you for this stuff right here by putting them into grown folks' business. All you're doing is just making your kids grow up faster. Just to resent you, to hate you. Logic say, yes, I know Melanie knows how Martell feel about people keeping the kids. She did that to get at Martell, using the kids to hurt him. Married over 10 years. She knew Martell well, yes. And she know exactly what makes him move. She know exactly what buttons to push. That's why he can allow this happen over and over to come on TV. Melanie, this is a strategy plan that she did. I don't think that Melanie had no attention to get back with Martell. And the only reason why she came back because she knew that she can pitch the show and she can bank off, like I said, her pain for gain. And that's what she did. That's how she was able to fool Martell, and not only fool Martell, to fool her entire castmates. Because even Marcel has said, when Melanie pitched that show, she thought that it was going to be about the comeback group. She thought it was going to be about Black entrepreneurs coming together, building up Huntsville. He didn't know, he didn't sign up to have his marriage, under the microscope on display. Melanie knew. She knew what she was doing. But like I said, what goes up must comes down. I don't give a care how much Melanie is saying, God this, God got my back. God is not the altar of confusion. God is not the altar of confusion, but of love, peace, and of a sound mind. God is nowhere in the mix of all this.
That's my thing. The best interest of the kids always.
He absolutely right, guys. He's absolutely right. And nobody can say that he's wrong. And anybody that say that he's wrong, then they got a problem. Something got to be wrong with them. So now they showing guys, they showing Letitia going to their lunch. I think it's Uptown. Yeah, that's for them. A cigar bar.
Quality here. Hey, good. How are you? I don't think we met before. Did you? I'm looking.
Logie says she think the kids will only be mad at Martell. No, the kids will resent her too. Kids love their father. She did this show for this mess, not business venture. God do not do mess. No, God does not. God does not. And these kids gonna look back and they gonna see all this that their mom was the cause of their whole life is like it is today because she wanted to pitch a reality show, and that is not fair on these kids because these kids didn't sign up for this. Oh, like I had someone on the platform, well, they could just go to therapy. Oh, so clean up the mess after you done made up the mess, huh? Because you was chasing after almighty dollars. Like I said, it's a cause.
I've seen your name on payroll, but I haven't met you face to face for a minute. You expecting a big crowd tonight?
Hopefully.
Martell, yes, Martell played a part. Yes, I'm not giving Martell no slack. Porcino. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm not giving Martell no slack. But like I said, two wrongs does not make it right. Someone have to be a bigger person and say, okay, we got kids. It's not about us. It's about these kids. Let's do what's best for these kids. Martell, yes, he stepped out of his marriage. No, no doubt about it. And yes, that was wrong. But like I said, he still took care of home. Nothing was lacking at home. It's just that Melody, she had a motive. Melody had a motive. And that's the bank off of her pain at any cost necessary. And like I said, the only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's those kids. I believe the Scots will get a spinoff based on the board and Wanda Truck, Wanda Good TV. Yes, because I don't believe that this is going to be another season. I really don't think that this is going to be another season. I think if Martell have a good team around him, they would say leave this show and go to Real Housewives of Atlanta. So
Before I get too busy in here, I feel like this is going to be the perfect place to meet Courtney because we can have
Tisha is in their little cigar bar. She's going to meet Courtney. Now I don't know if Courtney is a niece or a cousin, but they going to meet each other, which I'm glad. Just like I said, I'm so glad that Tisha went ahead and grabbed one of her family members, and brought it on that show. Since Melanie grabbed one of Tisha's family members, that Snake Kiki.
and also talk a little business. Hey, Tisha.
So Tisha and her cousin Courtney, that's Tisha's cousin, and her name is Courtney.
You almost look like me, Courtney. Girl. That's a compliment.
Yes, very beautiful, beautiful dark melanated queens.
Good, how you been? How's Auntie Wanda? Just good. She has a cookbook coming out. She asked me to proofread her intro. I said, look at you, Mom. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear, guys, that Miss Wanda, she got a cookbook that's coming out. So I do hope that they go ahead and carry the show, which I'm pretty sure that they're going to go ahead and carry the show. They're going to get it back on the right track and not into the gutter like it was 5 seasons ago. So, like I said, and everybody said, and callers, trying to go ahead and lift up Melanie. Melanie cannot carry that show by herself. Melanie would not be able to even have a storyline without Martell. If Martell leave, I promise you, that's it. If that's what you putting all your eggs in a basket on Melanie, if you banking on Melanie, because nobody is going to film with someone that constantly sitting there, got her minions sitting there trying to tear them down, tear their business down and everything else.
Yes, you gotta keep the mix. She already cooks good anyway. So she just needs to perfect it and work on the image, all of that, put all that together.
So what they doing is they planning Miss Wanda's business plan. So she can get her truck together and she can get her cookbook together. Because like I said, every time when they throw stones at people, God is going to allow it to be stepping stones. And they're going to rise above all these haters. And it's going to be show enough Miss Wanda. Go on, Miss Wanda. So Courtney is the one that's going to market for Miss Wanda. So Tisha is talking about her broker's license. And so people cannot say, oh, Tisha is talking about Mel. No. The minute they show Tisha talking about her business, talking about her many degrees that she's going to put to use. She ain't got time for this drama. She ain't got time to sit there and focus on all this negativity. She's opening up, talking about she got her broker's license because they're about business.
Congratulations. Give your applause. You deserve it.
And her cousin is saying congratulations because she deserved it.
All the hard work.
All the hard work.
How long now? Oh, it'll be 5 years in the summer. I know you're in the luxury field right now, and your marketing has been really good. And
like you said, no business-minded person would do this show with Melanie for her fans to destroy them and their business, like Martell and Destiny. Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Look how these people was going on Yap, going on these people business plays page and giving them bad reviews, going to their business and slumming, looking all in the people's windows. And these people are horrible. These people are, don't get me started, guys. The mandate was for the cast to not talk about Mel as much. And the thing about it is that Pacino, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but the thing about it is that nobody is talking about Mel. Mel is paranoid, thinking that everybody was talking about her. It's just like with Stormy. When they open up, Stormy sit there and say, I was not talking about you, Mel. She said, I was not talking about Mel. Mel, you the one went on a crusade and talked about your own business. Mel threw it out there, but she don't remember she put it out there. But Stormy said there and said, Mel, I would never do that to you. She said, you put it out there. So what they did was, the producers, what they did was, they put the package together of what had happened on Instagram and showing that Mel was on Instagram and on YouTube or these bloggers and was talking about Martell. Mel, the one was bringing her own business out there, just like with her relationship, her divorce. Mel went on social media and she put it out there. And just because they sit there and they talk about it, then everybody is talking about Mel. Everybody hates Mel.
So, I would like to know how you would feel about coming out and joining my brokerage.
And so what Tisha is doing right now, she want her cousin, because she's in the marketing, she want her cousin to come on board and be a part of their business. Now that's what I'm talking about, keeping it in the family. This if this happened like this, I think even logical speak gonna tune in next year. Get out of all that other drama that these people got, bringing all that garbage, and let's do some positive stuff. Let's see how black entrepreneurs can come together. They got everything that they need right there in the house. They got their own attorney. They got their own credit repair. Kimmy, she's in realtor. Tisha, she has an MBA and she's a broker's license. Martell, he's a builder. Everything they got in the house. So, like I said, one monkey don't stop no show. Everybody sitting there saying, "Well, if Mel go, then the show gonna go down." No, 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 not at all. All Mel does is bring drama. If Mel leave, it's just gonna be just like with Nene. But which Nene, when Nene left, it was hurt because Nene is not a type of person that's gonna be a bit of Betty. Nene on Real Housewives of Atlanta, what she got to tell you, she's gonna tell it to your face. She's not gonna hold it in and sit there and go on social media and get these doggone wolves to sit there and try to rip you apart.
So, I don't know.
Coming up on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Hey, what Kiki is suffering from is a loss of a life that she could have had she not made any of the choices that she's made.
So now they about to go into a commercial, but they're just saying, what's going to happen is that they talking about Kiki. Kiki has suffered because of some kind of loss or whatever. But like I said, so just because you went through hell in your personal life, you want to go and tear down your cousin? That does not make no sense. So I don't give Kiki no excuse. Just because something happened in your personal life, you want to go ahead and tear down your cousin, her marriage, her family? Like I said, guys, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, but that means I have to protect myself from those hurt people.
And she said the same thing I said. She said the same thing I said because, like I said, we are thinking rational. She sat there and say, then she got to protect herself from these hurt people. That's to me, that's telling me that she got a head on her shoulder.
Hey, like that's not the life I dream for myself.
So now Melanie is sitting there playing the victim. You're gonna see that she's crying and talking to Nell Fletcher, because that's not the life that she planned for herself. But like I say, things happen. That's part of life. Ain't nothing easy in life. And if you never been through anything, just keep living. We all been through hell and back. Like I said, we all can take a piece of this because we all can we all been through hell. But that does not mean that our life is over. And like I said, we understand what Mel went through. Ain't nobody sitting there and trying to give Martell a pass. But what I'm saying is that this happened almost 6 years. These people have been divorced almost 4 years. It's time for them to go. It's time for them to move on. So now they're going to show Melanie crying. But that's all a part of a show. And because Melanie is the one that put her life on display. Melanie put her life on display. When you know you was not healed from all this.
But it's the reality now. Ring the bell.
So now she's saying it's the reality. So like I said, there's a Mel played she played a part of all this. And the thing about it is that Mel is the executive producer. So she should know what's going to happen or how things should play. This is all a part of an ad. This is all a part of that. So just because your husband sat there and step out his marriage, then you said you were supposed to shut everything down?
Not making the choices that you.
They've been divorced 3 years.
How you would feel about coming out and joining my brokerage?
Mm-hmm. Because I literally just switched over from my old brokerage to my new brokerage. It's gonna be a lot for me to transition, so I want to make.
So what Tisha is telling her cousin to switch over to her broker, be a part of her business, which she already worked for somebody else as a broker. But I hope that she come on board, and help her cousin. But she already worked for a company, But we're gonna see how that's gonna go ahead and work out. Pacino says, "I'm going by what Melanie has said in the interview." Yeah, but that's been like 3 years. Guys, I've been on for 2 hours and going on 3 hours. So make sure, like I said there and say, hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content, because this right here is not easy.
Where those systems are in place throughout our transition. I'm all for doing things that help grow and strengthen our family. I do want to consider your offer. I remember the first time I came to stay with you guys, a college student.
So that's Tisha's cousin. I think she's gonna come on board, and she's gonna work with her family. Now she's talking about when she was in college, and how Tisha and I guess Marcel had helped her out.
A lot going on. Kiki opened her home up to me as
And
well.
she's talking about Kiki had opened up the home for her as well. But the thing about it is, Kiki did this snake move. So ain't nobody gonna give her a pass on that. You don't come between nobody marriage just because yours all jacked up.
And I was
And they want to side with the enemy.
extremely appreciative for both of you guys in that moment because it's like,
So she's pretty much gonna be caught in the middle, because Tisha helped her out, and also Kiki. So this right here.
that's what family is for, to be there for you. And I was wondering, what can you and Kiki do?
Well, if I sound crazy, then you should leave, okay? Because like I say, my channel is not for everybody. So if you think that I sound crazy, you need to leave, Toya. Better yet, let me go ahead and block her. Let me go ahead. No, I'm not gonna block her. Let that devil stay right here, because like I said there and say, if you don't like what's in here, then you leave. Because like look, I'm team right, and I'm gonna call it like I said. So if you don't like it, you leave. So for you to sit there and say I sound crazy, no, you crazy for being in here, and that's real talk. And I'm gonna leave that comment up, but you need to leave, because this the wrong one. Trust me. YouTube don't pay my bills. Trust me. And if YouTube was paying my bills, I would be really hungry,
Get to a
homeless.
better stage. Our family has suffered enough from losing my mom, our grandma.
So they just talking about how their family has suffered a lot. But like I said, Kiki shouldn't have never did that. Kiki shouldn't have never sided with Melody, even took Melody offer to go and talk about her cousin. That was a low blow. That was a gutter move, a sniper.
So I don't want this.
Like you say, I go by what these people do, not what they say. Everyone is a liar when need be. When he moves on for good and married, then who will she have to talk about? Someone else, man, husband. She ain't gonna have nobody else to talk about. And her minions won't have nobody else to talk about either. And I can't believe that troll. Girl, don't you ever try to come in here and talk about I sound crazy. If I sound crazy, you leave. Trust me.
To be another thing on top of everything else.
I don't know. I tried with her. Kiki and I, we were really, really close.
And now they showing some pictures of Tisha and Kiki, how when it was young, I looked like they was most like 13 or 14 years old, and they were very close. They were very close. But like I say, jealousy is crueler than the grave. Jealousy will keep their eyes on their prey until they take them out. And Kiki was jealous. Kiki was going through some personal stuff in her life and saw how Tisha and Marcel was rising up, and what she was trying to do is she was trying to throw a wrench in it. That's why they say your family members, and that's Bible, can be your worst enemy. It's not the ones on the outside; it's inside. Your family can be your worst enemies.
He came to our life. He was 13 years old.
So yeah, she was right. She was saying, "Oh, they're so cute." When they was dressed alike and everything, she's saying when Kiki came into her life, Kiki was 13 years old. I think something had happened with the family where they was trying to go ahead and keep them apart. I think that um, I remember they talked about it before because Tisha and Miss Wanda was living across the track and they didn't have much, and Kiki, her parents, they was living, more upscale and pretty much looked down at Miss Wanda and her children because they was living across the track. I think that's what had happened. But now that Tisha is doing good, why would Kiki want to go ahead and tear it down? Because Kiki think that that should be her. Kiki wants Tisha life. That's all it is. Kiki wants Tisha life. Now, if I sound crazy, then that's something on you. Unfortunately, that the elders pity them against each other. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Pakino. You're absolutely right. Kiki wanted to be on the show, so and not only that, Kiki was jealous because see, Kiki is the one that always had. Tisha then was the poor one. Miss Wanda then was the poor one, because they are quick to call Miss Wanda illiterate, can't talk, and down Miss Wanda like Melanie mom, she just turns her nose up at Miss Wanda. You can see that Melanie mom is a snobbish, bitter person. But like I said there and say, you looking down at somebody, but God can raise that person up. And that's what's happening with Tisha and Kiki. God will raise the bottom up. And that's what God is doing, raising the bottom up. Now, Kiki got to look up to Tisha. Look how God worked. You see that?
Instantly became friends, best friends. Kiki did start at A&M first, and then she was like, "It's a scholarship opportunity at A&M." I applied for the scholarship. I got a full ride scholarship, and I told her that it was because of her, telling me about it. We were like the examples for our younger cousins.
So they talking about how they helped each other during college, get the scholarship. Kiki helped Tisha out. But, like I said, just because people said there, they got everything together, that does not mean that they are the ones that's going to be running with the blessings. And I guess Kiki probably felt that she should be where Tisha is today.
To follow. I think what Kiki's suffering from is a loss of a life that she could have had she not making the choices that she.
And see, that's what her cousin said. Courtney said, Kiki is suffering from a loss, a life that she could have had. Now you see where all the jealousy at. So that's why Kiki went ahead and sided with Melanie, and Melanie sat there and took advantage of Kiki. That's what Melanie did. Melanie used the Kiki because Kiki was going through a loss because of all the stuff that was happening to her life. And so what Melanie did, she took advantage, like she's taking advantage of people's pain, of and sat there and had Kiki to side with her. You see that? That's a snake move. But like I say, you never win when you play dirty. God don't bless mess, honey. The devil will raise you up to the highest pinnacle and pull it right from under you.
Hurt people hurt.
Yeah,
Everything that I don't know why people hate me. Why do people hate me? Why do people hate me? Just like old Tanya, this troll came on here. Everything that I'm telling you right now, my opinion, my commentary that I'm telling you, the girl is saying the same thing. Hurt people, hurt people. Guys, I've been saying this for a long time.
I mean, I have to protect myself from those hurt
So
I'm not saying don't
Tisha
protect
sat
us.
there and said she got to protect herself from these hurt people.
Oh, I can't keep being everybody's punching bag.
And she said she cannot continue being everybody's punching bag because Tisha is a peaceful person. Tisha is not ratchet. Tisha don't go out there sitting there worrying about what these bloggers saying and helping these bloggers to go ahead and stir up the mess. You don't see Tisha them hiring a PR to go ahead and put out all these lies, which I wish they do hire a PR, but Tisha don't do that. That's Melody, guys. What part you don't see?
Told her I don't trust you. I
Yeah.
always love you because
And Tisha just said she told Kiki, "I will always love you, but I would never trust you. I would never trust you." Because what she was doing is she was trying to tear up a family. And anyone that comes in my family and try to tear up my home, I would not want them nowhere around me. And guys, if you don't see this, then something is wrong with you. Because Mel is only trying to play the victim, but Mel is a manipulator. Mel is a narcissist. And like I say, all this is for entertainment purpose only because to me, this is a reality show. I only can tell you what I see.
my family, but I don't trust you.
Yeah.
And I think that she needs to fix that mistake.
And what Tisha said, that's my family. Kiki is my family. But she don't trust her. She don't want her around her. She need to go ahead and fix that mistake. And Mel went ahead and she banked on it. Just like she banked on Martell. Just like she banked on Martell.
Not act like she's fixed. I want her to actually do the work.
And Tisha is right. She said, I don't want Kiki to act like, she fixed, She want Kiki to actually do the work. Get your life together. Don't worry about my life.
Heal, and then move forward. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
So Tisha was right. Tisha said, all I want her to do, Kiki to do, is get her life together and just move forward. That's it. So who can be mad with that? Casino says, unfortunately, all cast members on every reality will get dragged. Absolutely. But this right here is an all-time low. This right here is an all-time low. And why is an all-time low is because the stereotype it is when it comes to reality shows. They always attack marriages, especially black marriages. So you cannot sit there and give this as an excuse because you don't go out there trying to hire other women to say that they slept with my husband. You don't go to my family members and make them a part of the cast so they can go ahead and tear down my marriage because you felt that I should leave my marriage. From day one, Melly was trying to get Tisha to leave her husband. Why? Why would Melanie want someone to go through what she went through? Guys, like I say, I speak truth. This is true.
I want to make sure that we can coexist without the drama. How would you feel if you and Kiki just did something fun, got out, did an outing?
So what Courtney is doing, which I told you guys she was going to be the mediator, what she's trying to do is just to allow Kiki and Letitia just coexist, just try to go out and have some fun, do something fun. So I guess that's where the boxing is going to come. I see Logical Speaks. I think these fans of Melanie navigate their lives just like Melody. They uphold her in her mess. They think just like her. They say Kiki did right, dog and Tisha, her cousin, on national TV because, like I say, these people are insane. Those people are insane. These people are some bitter people. But like I said, guys, don't come in with this, because even if I got to talk to myself, I'm gonna talk with or without you guys, because I'm gonna stand on my truth. I can't compromise. I can't sell my soul. I'm gonna call it like it is. And this show, I don't think that this show is going to last if it stay in this zone right here. This is toxic. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna have to sit there and put some spray some holy water on me before I'm over with this. This will drain your energy. This right here is too much. This is demonic. Pacino rules say we see how long it will before production goes after Stormy and Courtney married. Absolutely, because they hate to see marriages intact. Guys, I've been on for almost 3 hours. I think this is the longest that I ever been. Let me see if I can go ahead and get through this.
How you feel about that? Why not?
So Courtney is telling Tisha to go ahead and pray about it.
Okay.
So Tisha is a bigger person. Like I say, y'all could dog Tisha all you want. Now remember, Kiki went after this lady's marriage, her cousin marriage, tried to tear up her marriage. But what Tisha did, Tisha been a bigger person, and she said, "Yes, I'm gonna try to work it out." So they're gonna sit there and get together. That's what I taught. That's what I call two adults. But I wouldn't have got together with her, because once a snake will always be a snake.
So since I agreed to your meeting, you're gonna come over to my room because this huge favor will be you.
So Tisha is telling her cousin, since I'm gonna go ahead and do what you told me. I want you to come on board. To work in my business.
Okay.
And she agreed to it. She
I'm not
said
really
yes.
feeling trying to be with you. I'm like really over that relationship. However, to get Courtney on board to work at Scott.
So Tisha is saying that she's pretty much over with Kiki, but she only doing that, for Courtney. But like I said, that part right there, I wouldn't have done it for nobody. Not when you attack my marriage.
Let's see. I'm with the devil. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a businesswoman. It's
So Tisha is thinking smart. See, Mel couldn't think like that. Tisha's thinking smart. Tisha sat there and said, at the end of the day, I'm a businesswoman.
my business.
So this right here,
Everything's set up. I'm good to go.
she's just gonna let her cousin just go ahead and set it up.
So how you been doing? I've been all right. Girl, working, just really, been getting myself.
So now they showing Melody and Nell Fletcher.
Yeah, been married for all those years, having babies, running businesses. It's been nice learning me. But I can tell you've been taking care of yourself because you look fabulous. Well, thank you, babe. Fabulous. So do you. Thank you. You do too. Life is good. God is good. Life is good. Look. Oh, Lord. Yes, ma'am. Well, how's the daycare going? Daycare is doing great. Yes.
So that's Mel and Nell Fletcher that came together. I hope the first thing that Mel do is apologize for throwing a glass in this woman's home.
Of course, COVID.
I know. I remember.
Took us down through there, but now we where we need to be.
That's right.
I'm proud of you with your skincare.
Oh, thank you. I hate y'all missed the doggone lunch party, but it's okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. I need to give you some and tell me how you like it.
So they talking about Mel, I guess her little products or something like that, her little business.
Isn't that cool? Like, coming out of a marriage, then going back into the single dating world.
So Mel is talking about coming out of a marriage and going into the dating world. So I guess she's dating. Well, she did tell Carlos King that she have a boyfriend. She's dating someone. I just hope she bring it on that show so they can go ahead and move on.
It isn't as bad as people how to make
Let
it
it out to me.
Yeah, it's really not.
So you're not exclusive with anyone. You just dating. You just enjoy life.
That's right. I don't know why everybody seems to be so worried about whether or not I'm seeing somebody or not, who I'm dating or not. Now I know it got to be more going on in Huntsville, Alabama to be concerned about than who Melody may be laying up with or not.
So Melanie is saying that she don't know why people is worrying about who she's dating, you know. So that's what she's saying in her confession. I guess producers must have went ahead and asked her. But she had said on Carlos King show that she was not going to bring him on, but I don't understand why because they drag in Destiny to bring the person that she's with.
Let's talk about something else. So we were on our dinner date and
So now Nell is talking about the conversation that when she was on her dinner date when Martell was there. Like I said there and say these people gonna have to, because all this stuff is script. These people just gonna have to figure out how to have another storyline without involving each other because nobody wants nobody to carry no bone talking about an ex, somebody you done divorced from. Nobody want to hear that. This is not reality.
of course, we got to talking. We down this road. We come a long way. You got your tranquility, your happiness. He's still trying to find his. And right now it's about the kids. And I need both y'all in this space.
So what she's doing, she's trying to Nell is coming on common ground. Nell is saying, it's about the kids. It's about the kids. Which I would never have a conversation like this anyway, because it's gonna always be about my kids.
That y'all have to see each other forever. That's what now. At the end of the day, you guys are gonna have to see each other forever. No. Oh yes you are. They go. Even when they grow up, it's mine, Tab. They still come around. They're still gonna be mom, dad.
So what Nell is saying that pretty much they're gonna have to see each other for ever, but they just need to know how to co-parent.
Y'all been just like that. It doesn't go.
Like I said, a lot of this stuff right here, guys, is just scripted.
Kickboxing is going to be a full body workout at your left leg high. We're going to aim for about that.
So they showing a review of Kiki coming in the gym with Tisha. Tisha is in like a gym. I guess she's with a trainer where they have some boxing gloves. So pretty much they was not in a boxing ring like everybody said it was. They just training, okay? And Kiki coming in with that old snake smile, jealous. That's all that was, pure jealous.
We don't have a conversation now. We can. Tell me, girl. I want to know everything.
So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm rewinding it, okay? All right.
Oh yes you are. They go. Even when they grow up, it's mine, Tab. They still come around.
And the thing about it is, I think that Melody don't want to meet Martell halfway because what she's trying to do is go ahead and keep the drama going. But Nell sit there and say, nope, you got to, for the sake of the kids.
About the babysitting situation.
Now they talking about the babysitter situation. So now we gonna now hear the truth. See, not the truth, Melanie's side to see what had happened, when Martell was saying that Melanie had all those babysitters. So let's see what they're saying about that.
He says like 20 babysitters.
Hearing that Martell is bringing up his version of the
So Melanie is saying in her confession that all that is Martell's version. So Melanie, tell us the truth. Let's see your side.
honestly, it's not even surprising to me. When I chose to leave him, he ran around everybody in this city who had ears that would listen to try to dog me as a woman.
And so him trying to dog me as a mom, I'm not surprised. The only people that have watched my kids overnight is a very handful of people, and it's
So Melanie said the only people that had watched her kids was just a handful. A handful is too much. What is a handful keeping your kids? Your small kids, these young girls. So she's saying it's just a handful. Why would a handful watch your kids?
at my home.
And she said it was at her home.
2020 when I left. Okay, since 2020, because you didn't want me to leave, you wanted me to need you, to be dependent on
So
you.
now she's pushing it on Martell. Saying because Martell didn't want her to leave, she's trying to push it back on Martell. No, we want to talk about why did you allow, as you say, a couple of people to babysit your kids, whether it was in your home or whatever. Why did you allow that to happen? But she's trying to sit there and push it under the rug and still talk about Martell. No, forget about Martell. What about these babies? Why did you allow other people to babysit your kids? You said a couple of people. That's what's too much.
Hoping that I would come back. So you try to box me in.
So she's talking about how Martell is hoping that she come back. He doing all this because he's trying to box her in. No, he's concerned about his kids. He's concerned about his kids. Whether it was 24 or a couple people, that's still too much.
Your campaigns going around this whole city dogging.
See how she pushing it? She pushing it.
The same people you turning against me, how would they feel if they know you still begging me to take you back? I'm like, I can't trust you.
So now she's talking about the same people. Martell is going around talking about her. Why don't you tell the same people that you trying to beg her back? You deflecting from what the lady asked you. Nell asked you about all those different babysitters. Come on, guys, make it make sense. Make it make sense. No way in the world that you will have, even if it's just a couple of different people babysitting your kids. And she's deflecting from the question where she want to push it up on Martell wanting her. Melanie needs therapy. And I'm not a therapist, but Melanie needs therapy.
Well, it's gonna take time. I'm trying to do everything that I can to satisfy you. We'll take care of me or not this or
So now they showing, some clips. And I like the clips that they're showing. They're showing some clips of Martell and Melanie when it was on a swinger, where Martell was sitting there saying, he gonna do everything that he can to take care of her. And now they're showing when Martell was in the hospital, which I've been wanting to talk about this part. You remember when Martell was sick when he was in the hospital, and Melanie was bringing up those affairs while this man about to go in surgery or on his dying bed. Why would she bring up about an affair? And Martell even said, look where I'm at. I'm in the hospital. I got tubes all in my nose. I'm about to go to surgery. But you bringing up this mess? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I don't care if you guys sit there and never come back on this channel. But one thing that I can say, that I can sleep at night because I see past all this BS.
Are you going to take care of me for the rest? And what is that?
that means that I have no communications with anyone. And I hate myself for everything I put you through. You don't deserve it.
And Martell is talking about, they showing those little clips of some past clips where Martell sat there and said he hate all the stuff that he put her through. Martell is very compassionate about what he did. But like I said, a man gonna be a man. Some men do cheat. And if you continue staying in your marriage, trust me, yours gonna be out there as well. And that's real talk.
So the thing is, I really want to be everything that you want your husband to be,
And he's confessing to his wife, telling, he apologized. He want to be what, but like I said, they say he want to be in her life, but like I say, things happen. That's part of life. That's part of life. And like I say, guys, look, I'm sorry, but I just got to call it like it is.
You should do despite what happened last night.
And I slept pretty good. I let you walk the video last night.
Couldn't do the same thing again. You apologize for real. What did I do?
I don't know, man.
You think you did?
Now I'm taking your home. What about when you talked the other day? What about when you talked the other day? Want to know about them?
And you see, I'm glad whoever the producers that put these clips together, they will show you. They showing you Martell is a good person. He just made bad decisions. But Martell is a good person with a good heart. And that's how the Most High see us. He don't see the way that we act, because if he see the way that we act, all of us would be doomed. But he searches the heart. And Martell got a good heart. And Melody played on that. Melody banked, like I say, she took her pain for gain. Melody banked off of this.
I don't know why anyone would trust the word coming from Martell at this point. It should come as no surprise that he is lying about me. He's been lying about me and been lying to me.
And nobody wants to keep hearing about how Martell is lying on you guys. Like I said there and say, I'm sick of this. I am so sick of this, guys. I am so sick of this. Because like I said, this has been going on for so many years. Get a storyline. Martell.
What he wants for years. So y'all know you can't come to a common ground where maybe.
So Nell is saying, I'm gonna have to write her name down because I'm getting frustrated and I know I'm gonna be forgetting her name. But Nell Fletcher is saying that y'all can't come to a common ground. So she's trying to pull this conversation back on track about the kids, not about what Martell did. You, Melody, it's over with. It's done. It's happened. It's nothing that you could do about it. They are trying to see what's best for the kids.
So he's pushing them away, basically. What you saying? He's pushing them away, and he's doing this intentionally.
I think it's just him being in a hurt, terrible place.
So Melanie is saying that is Martell is being in a hurt place. Oh my God. And then she said it like a childlike. Melanie, for to say she's educated, Melanie has like a childlike mind.
You ain't gonna mess up my peace. You know what I'm saying?
And she's saying that Martell is not going to mess up her peace. Martell is only talking about the children, just like Nell is talking about the children. But you still trying to deflect it on Martell wanting you.
I'm strong.
Now she's sitting there crying because Melanie is hurt. And I don't know if all this because of childhood issues or whatever, because like I said, I'm looking at this as a reality show. At the end of the day, this is one's opinion.
It's the reality.
All this stuff that has happened, guys, like I said, I don't give Melanie a pass at all. And the reason why I don't give Melanie a pass at all, because Melanie, the one that decided to air out her dirty laundry. And this right here, this was dirty. When you taking your pain for gain, just for the love of money, because you wanted to be famous. Like I say, it's a price. It's a price to all this. It's going to cost. Why would you want to put your family through all this right here? Now I'm getting upset. Let me see if I can reel it back.
You don't believe in his story too.
There are certain measures that I have to put in place to protect myself and my privacy. He does not have my number. I've changed my number probably 5 times.
Now she's talking to Nell. Let me make sure I write Nell down because I'll be forgetting her name in a few minutes. Nell. Now Nell sitting there saying
But it's not there no more.
that Melanie is telling Nell that she went ahead and changed her number 5 times because she don't want Martell to have it. But yet Martell got your kids. My God. Make it make sense, guys.
One more time. Chop, cross, or cut.
So now they're showing Letitia and that snake Kiki, okay?
How's that feel? Good. All right. So kickboxing is going to be a full body workout. So now we're going to work on some kicks. So I want you to place a little bit of weight and not that.
So what they
Right
doing
leg,
is
lift your left leg
kickboxing.
high. We're going to aim for about that feet. Will they? What's the name on it? Or we go out there?
So it's almost I'm almost done, guys, because now it's going on 3 hours. I didn't know it was gonna take that long. I can't even rewind it no more. Okay, okay, all right. So now they're showing Kiki
Like
and Tisha.
exact same way. You know, it's just that a part of me was like, well, how can you say anything to me when you did X, Y, and Z? I don't think I'm getting through to Kiki. Like, she keeps playing this both sides are wrong game, which we've been playing for the past 10 years, and she's not taking ownership.
So what Tisha is saying that Kiki is not taking ownership because Kiki, she's talking about, I guess, what she think that Tisha had did to her, and you can see that Kiki can't get a lie straight because she looks straight in your face, but her eyes is turned another way. She, it's like, her face is facing you, but her eyes is just so far to the left.
And I just don't think that it's gonna work out between us. This is just so frustrating. Like, I'm just tired.
I can't believe out of all people, you would be the one that tried to hurt me like that.
So Tisha is telling Kiki, she say, I can't believe you of all people tried to hurt me like this. Guys, this I'm telling you, they need to go ahead and demote Mel as an executive producer because she brought this show to an all-time low. So those ratings are down. Those ratings are down because this right here, guys, I'm sorry to tell you, this is garbage.
To the extent where you're really trying to bring me down. I can't go all this up in it.
This is it right here. I'm done.
I don't want to get to the point where I am angry and I just start spilling stuff on people. What if I actually spoke on your marriage?
So Tisha is telling Kiki, what if I actually spoke on your marriage? Because they are a close family. They know about everybody' business. So what if I come on national TV and speak about your marriage? Guys, this is garbage. This is filth.
For real.
And now she's scratching like a crackhead because she knows Tisha is telling the truth. Oh my God, I finally got through it, guys.
Next on Love and Marriage 22.
When I see you breaking down and crying, that really hurts.
So this is going to happen. They're showing a little preview of what's going to happen next week. And Tisha said, when I saw, not Tisha, Kiki said, when I saw, how, you was going through, it really broke her down. Well, why did you do it? Why did you side with Mel?
I can't let you back in. And then you turn around and hurt me again.
So Tisha said, I cannot let you back in. So you could turn around and hurt me again. That's just like a snake. You knew it was a snake, but yet you let the snake back in. So if the snake bite you, that's your fault. Fool me once, but you're not going to fool me twice.
So, as a business partner now, and so you just took over my business. I was like, I'm serious.
You got Miss Mom cooking every day?
So that's so now they're just showing some preview. Marcel is home with the kids and telling the kids, "Do you miss your mom cooking every day?" Because he got to get himself together because some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, I don't even like. So he got to watch what he say because I don't think some of the stuff that he say is funny.
Well, you actually can't cook right now because she's working.
Would never let my spouse talk to me like that.
So his son's saying, I would never let my spouse talk to me like that. So I guess because of what Marcel is doing. All right, guys, I am done with this. Lord, this was a lot.
But I just knew that she was always
This right here was a lot, guys. Let me go ahead and read some of the comments. This was a lot. This was 3 hours and 20 minutes. I want to see how they gonna go ahead and spin it tomorrow, which I cannot watch no other blogger because, like I say, I see it and I call it as I see it. This right here is a lot. Logic says she invited Daddy to her baby shower. Daddy never showed up, and Marcus said he did not know why their father never showed up to have a relationship with Melody, and all that right there, logical, like you and I was talking about the other day. All that stems to all the stuff that Melody is going through, and most likely that's why she allowed a lot of stuff to happen. And just like Destiny said, if I have to get rid of Martell, then I'm gonna have to get rid of you. So that means Melody was out there doing a lot of stuff too. So if they're gonna tell it, then they need to go ahead and tell the truth, the whole story. And that's why I think that they should go ahead and let Destiny come back on that show. Because, all you're doing now, and you got all these fans and these bloggers, is tearing down Martell. You don't know what was going on in that house, which is, like I said, I'm not giving Martell an excuse of what he did. But like I said, no man wants a woman. What do a man need a woman for when he got to come home? He got to bath the kids. He got to comb their hair. He got to cook. And he got to watch his wife nagging all day, talking about she's ready to go out there. She wants to be famous. Mel pretty much had checked out that house. You could tell Mel had checked out that house. And the reason why you can tell that Mel had checked out that house, because what person wouldn't know that their husband been having an affair for 6 years? Tell me. That's just to show you didn't care about your marriage. You didn't care about your marriage. If your husband was running with a woman for 6 years, either you knew about it, you accepted, or you didn't care. Come on, guys. I'm just giving you something to think about. 6 years, that's a long time. How many days is in a year? And you didn't know that your husband was out there cheating? But just like Martell said, when Melanie was giving him the green light to go out there, it made him think that Melanie must was doing something too. Guys, like I say, this is real talk. I can't sugarcoat. I got to call it like it is. And everybody might say, oh, this is you know, everybody is trying to come down on Mel. But Mel put herself in this position, guys. Mel did this to herself and her family. You can't throw a rock and hide your hands. And you cannot play on the devil's playground. What Mel did, Mel played on the devil's playground. And she got bit. You don't play on the devil's playground because the devil don't play. He does not play fair. And the minute when you put your life out there on open display, you put your life out there. You didn't put just your life. You put everything that was connected to you, attached to you. And this is the results right here. And that's real talk. Logic says, let me load the TV down because I'm done. I am done. I didn't know I could stay this long, guys. Martell is paying for what her father did, and any other man will pay for her not having the love of father. And that's absolutely true. Hurt people hurt people. And most likely, and I'm going to say allegedly, because like I said, if you air it out, you free game. Melanie probably grew up watching her mom depressed, miserable, and putting all that on her as a child, because her mom couldn't kick off of what she went through with her marriage. And most likely, that's why Melanie and her brother Marcus didn't have a close relationship until they was 18 years old, until they was old enough to make the decision that they wants to be in each other's life. The parents probably didn't even wanted them in each other's life. See, guys, y'all don't think like that. Because why did Melanie wait until she got 18 years old to have a relationship with her brother? Because it was adults that was interfering in that relationship, just like these two are interfering into their kids' relationship. Like I say, the tree does not fall. Life is just a cycle. And if you don't sit there and you tackle those issues, it's just going to be a generational curse. And like I said, guys, I take the foolish things to confirm the wise. Even though I'm putting my energy on all this stuff, but it's also a lesson learned what not to do. But this right here is a generational curse. And that's why they're allowing it to trickle down on their kids. But I'm so glad that Martell is the adult to say, look, we didn't hurt each other, but we're not going to hurt these kids. But just like Martell said, Melody had her kids, with Martell for 7 days and did not call him not one time. What mother would do something like that? Martell said that Melanie had over 20-something different babysitters. Melanie said it was only a handful. To me, that's still bad, because of things that going on in this world. You trust nobody, not these days, because we know that the devil is after the seed. Vanessa was never married to Melody's father, and most likely that's why she's so bitter. You can look at this lady, and I don't know these people from can of paint, but what they put out on TV. But you can look at these people, and you can see that this woman, they have not got they have never got over their past hurt, and it fell on her child. And Melanie trying to push it on her children. Pacino said, I'm gonna just call her Rules because I don't want to pronounce her name wrong. She said both parents likely use multiple babysitters. Well, according to Martell, what Martell has said, what I heard on this show last night, Martell said there and say he does not mind having a babysitter, but he don't want his children around all these different strangers that he does not know. So if they go ahead and hire a babysitter and they both know about the babysitter, then that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So why they have a problem of getting a nanny? Why? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's make it make sense. He said he has one nanny and his mom, period. So he have someone. So why did not use the nanny that Martell have? Or why not Mel? She got enough money. Why Mel cannot hire a nanny to take care of the kids when she have them? But see, Mel wants to make it personal. She wants to make it that Martell is chasing her. Martell is chasing you because he wants his kids to be a part of your life, to be co-parent, not to get back with you. Because if Martell, and this right here might sound harsh, but if Martell really wanted you, he would have never sat there and stepped out for 6 whole years. Just like Ariane Curry said, she got Martell with her eyes closed. So quite obvious something was not going good in the home with Melanie and Martell. Melanie pretty much, even told Martell, when you go out there, put on your best face. Fake it until you make it. Guys, the love of money is the root of all evil. And that's all this was about. But the sad thing about it is that at the end of the day, the only ones that's going to get hurt, and that's those kids. If Martell does not stay in his kid's life, they will treat their spouses the same way. Melanie watches her mom and treat men according to her mom ways and thinking, absolutely, this is a generational curse. This is a generational curse. I don't think that Mel was really thinking when she went ahead and put her life out there on display, knowing that people was going to go ahead and pick it apart. This is a lot, guys. But now, with this episode right here, I have more of an understanding of who is the common denominator. What was really going on behind the scene. I can see it now. If I didn't see it clear, I can see it now. All this right here was based off of childhood trauma. Childhood trauma. Generational curses. And instead of coming on trying to bank off of your pain, you should have been getting therapy. And now what you're doing is you done made a whole mess, not on your life, but your kids' life as well. Playing on the devil's playground. This is horrible. This is horrible. Melanie says she's not. A logical says Melanie said she do not want a nanny in her home. All this is to hurt Martell. The different babysitter things. She knew how to hurt him with the care of the kids. Absolutely, that's what the devil does. And that's why Letitia called them demons out, saying Melanie had a dark soul. But it's sad. It's sad when you got to use your kids to get back at someone that hurted you. What did those kids do? What did those kids do? Guys, they're going to have to pay for this. I promise you. And even though this is a reality show and this is for entertainment purpose only, but this is a mess. This is a mess. My God, this is a mess. Now I see why I went ahead and deleted all those 500 something videos when I used to blog about these reality shows. But this right here, this is a mess. If you look it up, your adult life is based on what happened in childhood. Absolutely. 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 Everything is adulthood. Good and bad comes from the experience of childhood. My God. And I thank you very much. Thank you so much, Logical Speak, for helping me out. Thank you very much. Because this right here, guys, this was not easy. This was not easy. I've been on here for 3 hours and 30 minutes. This was not easy. But like I said, this is my ministry. It's not because I'm getting paid for this. I don't get paid for this. But I'm going to call it like I said. I can't sell myself out. to tickle anybody's ears. I got to stand on my truth. And when someone had asked me to do a review on Real Housewives of not Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, I sat there and say, you don't know what you're asking. Because, like I said, I don't see it the way you guys see it. You look at it as entertaining. But anytime when you got to tear down somebody just to get to the top, that's not entertaining. That's selling your soul for almighty dollars. And like I tell you guys over and over and over, you cannot build a solid foundation off of material possession. It's like building a house on sinking sand. Nothing good is going to come out of this. And every time when you point a finger at somebody else, remember, there's four more that is pointing back at you. So you don't gloat over nobody's demise because today is them, tomorrow it could be you. Just because they went out there and they did some stuff. But what about you? What if somebody pull out your skeletons and show you all your stuff that you have done? You will see that your life is just as filthy than anybody else. Guys, this is real talk. It can't get no real or clearer than this right here, guys. Can't get it. This is real talk, guys. And I've been on for 3 hours and 35 or 37. I'm gonna soon close it up because my husband, he about to come out his man cave. But this is real, guys. And when I came on and I started my YouTube channel, I came on because, like I said, this is my ministry. This is my therapy. This is my ministry. I can't sugarcoat. I can't compromise. I don't care if I have two. God say if there's two, He said He is in the midst. But guys, this is right here. Like I said, when it comes to these reality shows, they're gonna have to clean it up. And the hurt thing about it is that I thought by this coming on a black network that they was gonna be able to tell their story. Tell me, what could you learn from this right here? Only thing you can learn from what not to do. Because this right here, it got small young kids that's watching this right here, thinking that this is how, I supposed to sit there and live my life. They mimicking this stuff. And you putting it out. You're gonna be accountable for this. I and have enjoyed every second the truth. I and have enjoyed every. Thank you very much, Logical. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for holding me down, guys. You know, like I said, this is a lot, and I just hope that Martell would just go ahead and leave Love and Marriage in Huntsville, or Melanie go ahead and leave, because I don't think that those two going to be able to be around each other in the same company, because every chance that Mel gonna try to tear it down. But the more that you tear it down, God is gonna lift it up. And as you can see right now, God is pulling the sheet off of these wolves. He's showing the nakedness. He's showing who is the real common denominator. He's showing. God is showing. Because no way in the world. And even when this lady, Nell Fletcher, was trying to talk to Mel about what is going on with your kids, Mel tried to deflect it, still talking about what Martell did to her. So, guys, if you're going to tell the story the right way. So nobody really can get to Mel and tell her what's really going on because Mel is coming from out of a hurt, bitter place, not because of what Martell did to her. Yeah, that's just added to what's already there, but because of childhood traumas. And like I said, you aired out, you free game. To me, I look at it as a reality show for entertainment purpose only. And yes, I am not too ashamed to say allegedly. But like I said, at the end of the day, we all have an opinion, and this is my opinion. I think we're all fooled in the beginning, and it's all mess. Yes, Nell is grown and will deal on the truth, and that's why Nell should be on the show, because Nell is not going to be about all this BS. She's not going to be about all that. That's why and her husband should be on that show, because somebody got to be the grown up on that show and tell Mel, look, it's not about you. It's not about Martell. You guys divorced, but you still have small kids. Guys, if you don't see this, then something's wrong with you. I facts, the truth will always rise to the top. And it may take a while, but the truth cannot be hidden for long. Did you hear that, guys? The truth will always rise to the top. It may take a while, but the truth cannot be hidden for long. And that's real talk. You are absolutely right, Logical. Because the thing about it is that when you tell a lie and you lie, a lie have wings and it spreads because a lie with wings can fly all over the place, but the truth have feet, it walks, it's flat on the ground, it have feet, it have a feet, and it takes slowly to get to where it needs to get, but it's going to get home. The truth's going to always get home. And as you can see right now, God is sitting there, he's ripping the sheets, because what happened was Mel took all of her pain for gain. But what's the purpose of gaining the entire world and losing your soul? What's the purpose of having all the money, all the gold, and still don't have peace? What's the purpose of having all that? Like I said, much is given, much is required. And when you get it, you better get it the right way, because nothing good is going to come out of it. Nell will be hated next because she will not yes everything Melody does. Absolutely, Melody fans, her little Melanites, whatever they call themselves, Melameters, and the bloggers. Oh, they gonna hate on Nell tomorrow. They gonna hate on Nell tomorrow. Trust me, they definitely gonna hate on Nell tomorrow. Oh, they gonna hate on her because we saw it. We saw Nell was trying to get to Mel, but Mel didn't want to talk about the kids. Mel wanted to talk about Martell. So, guys, on that note, thank you, Logical Speak. Thank you for helping me out, holding me up, man, because this right here was not easy at all. And I know not everybody gonna like it because nobody wants to hear the truth, but the truth gonna set you free. And tonight we were set free. So, and thank you, my girl. She might be in the bushes. Uh, Country girl Queenie. Thank you for always supporting me. But like I said, guys, the truth's gonna always set you free. The truth gonna always come home. And as you can see right now, we see who the common denominator is. No one can get through Mel. No one. Thank you, Logical. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Yes, it was hard, guys. And I had parathyroid surgery about 2 months ago with my throat. But I'm cool. I'm really good today because, like I said there and said, we know the truth. So, guys, on that note, you all have a good night. hope you enjoy. Like I said, it is what it is. I only could call it like I see it, guys. So you all be blessed. Good night, guys. Good night, Logical.